a food product we were importing. Today we are exporting it. Yam, cassava, maize, banana, pineapple, soya beans, coconut, coffee, palm oil, and shea butter. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the Akan people say that atiye ema arefie, unquote. To wit, comfort engenders forgetfulness. We have taken the new comfort for granted and have forgotten that it has not always been like this. It has taken the vision and conviction of President Akufo-Addo to restore the dignity and sanity of our country and its people. So soon, people have forgotten that for 3 years, we slept in darkness. For 3 years, businesses in this country had collapsed because of Dumso. Indeed, Dumso cost this country billions of cedis, according to ISE's report. It was not for lack of capacity, as all parties in this country agree. It was simply because the economy was in such poor state that the NDC government could not raise the money required to keep the lights on. When we make the argument today, they tell us that they resolved Dumso before they exited. Here are the statistics of how many hours the lights were off in 2015, 2016, and 2017. So you will see who eradicated Dumso. In 2015, there were 868 hours, 44 minutes of power outage. 886 hours, 44 minutes of power outages. In 2016, there were 320 hours and 27 minutes of power outages. In 2017, there were 41 hours and 7 minutes of power outages, and then it pans out. So it cannot be the case, it cannot be true that under the NDC, Dumso was resolved. And these are critical statistics that are available for checking. So they should tell us if resolving Dumso amounts to over 800 hours of power outages. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, that is what a leadership of vision and conviction does. But beyond vision and conviction, we need leadership of empathy and compassion. For many years, Ghanaians in rural areas were dying because basic medical deliverables like anti-snake serums were unavailable. The empathy that President Akufo-Addo has for the rural people and his vision got him to institute the drone service for delivering critical medical supplies to remote areas of our country in order to save lives. We have established drone delivery services in community.
All right, people.
If you see Nana do it, tell them say, Gonna for you now say, Namisha no, hey Dr. Bamia, hey, my body, I'm Ghana fro. Hey. One district, one factory. No crew. Free education better Ghana.
All right. Thank you, people. Thank you for tonight. The moment you are more trust and baby Biela word was feeding. Or for the 2 hours, I'm another Casafidi sono. The more crab more trust and come more fear. Send your money no say a drew a brother say. Nay, let the truth be told. And then and come more pa. And in some day and some papa. Ubeti bi wasum ewa. Musume ya pa mu pepe on the 15th of September. We thank God for his mercies and his powerful protection upon our lives. God is good all the time, and God is good. And you may mammy for Quenya Sunam Shadow for Nianum. Na mema amanfo ehunu se wo UK wo Europe wo babina na yan ntia se binum have hard time so tie yenjuma die obetimi enya ye wo tune in and also obetimi enya ye e wo Facebook.
Yes I did for yes
na Facebook no eye MIKE na di amena do no asoso MIKE amena do no ye AMENADO AMENADO and YouTube no eye amena fire for fire AMENADO fire no FIRE now the number 4 I show now the another fire account amena fire for fire hey why near for jumadi emre adofo na anuanuma wo ewiase efa na nyina
one district one factory no crew free education better Ghana economy na sesa inti aboa ye.
That's right.
Yes I did for
ya aboa ye ho de 4 more years for nana so boro
oh nana oh yes more nana free education aboa ye oh yes more
mama fa kwanya sunami nchia Mr. Kweku Elias Fire Atabuaten Mr. and Mrs. Kodia Baswa ya back home Mr. and Mrs. Japan Elias Osikani and you know nyina e wo Virginia ya dia wonu osini ya dia wonu no audio anyo tufo ne say ni ade wonu no odi na nya ne akom de no ai nya ne wakotena efie for just 3 years for just 3 years pe ene kakra na ne ho dare no na o ka tre so wa wi nam na ka dompe no was ya baby Mami fa kwanya tsunami nchia ye nuanum owo Worcester Massachusetts na say na na mete won ka cho awo buso ne abusuafo nyina ho ye yankasa nana enchia nkomo anyumre na bi nko nana akomia ene nuanum amutie from Massachusetts ene ne mpatam wo nyina anyumre ya chiama
one district one factory.
That's right, one district one factory. Hey, that's right.
Yes, I did for yes.
Oh, 4 more years. That's right. Mamincha Dr. Grace Bando, I was Wisconsin. Mamincha Mr. K. Ajim from Chicago. Mr. Simon Amawuga and so and then Abusa was New Jersey. Mamincha sister Amwakwani Sewa was Seattle, Washington State. Kofi don't pray or say Colorado. And you may yet Namentia Victor Jima ewo Delaware USA. Hi Columbus Ohio. Mentia Antiaba Westerville. Oyene yere na Ajimai Frempong Ababio. Enso Columbus Ohio. Danny Reverend Sarkodie, Prince and Sister Ruth, Mr. and Mrs. Jesse Mensa, Ya Echan, Abina Jebi, and Yanumina, I was Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Jumo, I was Cincinnati, one of the Deputy Communications Director, MPP USA. Nana Amando, NDC, and Chiankoma of Cincinnati, War Atlanta, Georgia, Mamincha Nanayo, Amwakwene, Ofosuya, Namincha, Ibn Riverson, Sabre Otien, Dindende, I was Delta Airlines, Atlanta, Georgia. Apayimicha. Naminfa and Chakroya be Emma Mamia Takakra. Ebin to Regina Efa. Era Amasiama, I was there. North Carolina. Manya drew hey, Namachia Minia Imano Dako, and so North Carolina. And the more Mutia free when you know, and you may Chian come. Ghana for you now, sit to us. Nana bet to us, no bet to us what to us. Hey, Namisha Wampa. I Washington DC Mamincha Ghana Money and Konongo Kaya. Ebin to Mr. Sidney Kwakuba Achem4 and in the family. Catherine Boache, our Maryland, Frank Etua in Maryland, or in a batch of space here to Boa, and so Maryland, and Chankoma. Yes, I did for yes, and I saw this was Solomon Asamoah, Kwaku Krayabua Kwajo and Padutre, Florence Sasaria was Siedu, Mr. and Mrs. Sasari Kwajo, and what damn fries. Amaya Boa, Abena Cheneboa, Mr. Paul Quatsi, Mary St. James, Mr. and Mrs. Colin Sapo, Alexandra, Virginia. Efia Ampon Sakwabia Woodbridge, Equia Obasima Wusia, and so Maryland, and you may a chamo papa. Yanya Beduana in New York. Mary Nyako, Docas Druwa Dakwa, Rose Ampon Sadako, and Yanumina, I was Bronx, New York. Vivian Jackson, I was New York. One New Jersey, Isaac Bosom Pemna Busia. How New York could be a mobile for a brother, Uncle Kizito, Mr. Tommy Eja Kwamena, Nana Akosia, the English lady Martin Kwaye, Mami Dankwa, Sister Agatha, Gifty Jesse, Sergeant Seth from Ponson in a bush of food draw, Watertown, upstairs New York, Mr. Francis Sapia, the big man, Akosia Echan, Eja Osei, and Vivian Frempong, and you know New York. And you to phone see, oh Nana, no Ankasa, you know you're on a down. If you say, oh Mampania, Juma, what bo, Ama, if you are singing, I can't phone one. And then I answer so Ghana for it. When you wunu adie, huh? But be a ton China bomb and Penya Basso, Shirano, when you make us one Shirano, no Shirano more. I'm on yet, Jumano, send you some for mine. One district, one factory. Yanya Druhana, Connecticut. Mamencha Antia Santuan, Mr. Pepra, Antibuaima, Okonfanochi, the Big Chief, Delicious, Mr. Kwesi Bilson, Opani Joe Randolph, Opani and Jankoma, Emi Akosia Pokia, and Yanumina Hartford, Connecticut. Electricity, no Sujinaso. Yanya Druhaino, let's see it to me at Chia. Sister Maggie ene offer akomia ana uncle akomia enso enuanu mu ena what day jumadi fufuro bi abewo enuanu mu amo Connecticut no the best sa ben area ho Connecticut, New York, and Patamu. Now we can visit yes more African and Caribbean markets. The best is a Pemodin, Bomodin, na Pemre, na Koho, na Koshe, Senior City. With your corner Koshe Keke. Wow, 2087 East Main Street. And no, Ewa, Bridgeport, Connecticut. One number any. 203-345-4747 203-345-4747 now only one any and come on number is subet me afro subenya 718-866-7412 718-866-7412 or say the price there they were from grass in the New York and then I will have who walk on New York to be corner one income Yenya Druana Hansu New Jersey Mamintia Yen sister Fosu man Mr. Ofosu hene Uncle Joe the big man Asia Dubuafo Dominic Adubonsu Political Mayweather Afria Bonsu Christopher the mechanic Mr. and Mrs. Dixon Damoa Elite Imports and Exports Opasa wo ship bibi ko Ghana Bibiano apasa wo ship ko Miria Fre wonani woni nkomo Woni woni nkomo no won fan koma wasundwe mu One number is 732-822-7415 732-822-7415 Woni woni nkomo won fa onyema nkoma wasundwe mu Yes, we number jo I was some bajua and one elite import and export That's right. And then you come to no ampa. Yenya duana Chicago minchia mabina srebo. Efua Florence Dixon. Kakape Deputy Communications Director. MPP USA. Noasuye. PRO and my Chicago branch. Nana do Jemfu Chicago. Nana Michao. Sister Equia of Nebraska. Sister Equia to Onkachi. And him son near Bushia Fonina. And we are Nebraska. Oba ya of Kansas City. Oba Yachiao. Nana Sribo Denver. Dennis Safo. Emilio Sebons. Mr. Sebons. Elder Kekes. Presiding elder of Denver Pentecost Assembly Central. And then who can he? Augustina and Chiankoma Mr. Berima Buadi Emmanuel Mensa na ebinto Nana Osai the big man Mr. Amano Mr. Berima Buadi Ayed former chairman Edma MPP Colorado branch currently Emmanuel Mensa and a chairman and Chiao Namin Chiapiadan Yenya Druana Anso Texas Mincha Ali and Sandra Lee our plano Payao and Helena our Dallas Sister Fia and Nana Dia Wo Houston and Yanumina our Texas and our Philly and Chiankoma Director Josephine Director of Communications MPP USA Director baby obi antiankoma. Elder Osei Tebia. Mrs. Barbara Boafo. A branch woman organizer with New York. Mr. Francisco Bina. Atlanta. Openyi Kofi Nyame. DC. And then the IT guy for MPP USA. Emmanuel Tabri and so Enona Oteki the graphics. Edema MPP USA communication branch and on see and Chiankoma when Canada. Go Edmonton, Mincha Frank, Mincha Uncle Frank, Mincha Uncle Osai, Sister Philly, Ewo Toronto, Sister Juliana, Uncle Isaac, Mr. Amusakodom, Mr. Tommy, Mr. Buama, Sister Gifty Abasa, Sister Nancy Grant, Wafa Amo, Oima Eunice Abrefi and Obaya, Nyanumina wo Toronto. Na menchia kwasi AJ Senior wo Montreal. Ewo Montreal. Anyi menchia ko. Oh nana. Oh yes mo. Free education na boy. Oh yes. Electricity no so jina so. Oh yes mo. Na me sa wo so nyase won to me. Big shout out to Chem I want to me. If you see nana do it. Tell am say. Gonna afford it. All right.
Oh, nada. Oh, yes, God bless lawyer John Kuma. John Boju. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Bona, Wafa Safo Kantank, Dr. Yanumina Hampo. Florence Fusia Norway. That's why I was sweet. Doris Kosia Akuma. Sydney. Australia, people are saying it's justice. I will jump.
Nanado. What do you kunyana my eniaje?
William Kofintia Moa Belgium. Victor Jima.
Yes, it was so.
Family or Samante. See or say a sabri. Atapoku Family or say an Yao, Akuya Yabua, and his sister Vide. So I will you
in my friend. One district factory. Free education better Ghana. Economy na sesa.
One fan chemi say na ma mute me ho. One fan chemi.
Bekana now. No wa change. Oh my God. Oh nada. Oh yes mo.
Thank you, Mr. Eric. Eric of Abrimpon Radio. Did I surprise 105 me. Williams Kofintia Moa Belgium. Kwajo Edu Jemfi Norway. Victor Jima Ewo Dalawe. Anomadika yaka. Kwame Osemante. Pasi Osaya Sabre. Atepokwa Jekum. Kwame Osaya Nane. Yao Akowa Yabua. Ene Faida. Ene yanu nyina ewo UK. Akosia Beraso. Kwabia ewo Norway. Efia Enchiwa wo Paris. Kofi Owusu free wo Amsterdam. Bright Kwasimanu Amsterdam. Enchia kwama mo papa.
Hey. One district, one factory. No crew. Free education better Ghana. Economy na sesa. Inti abua yeah. Yes I did for years. Bekana now. No I change. Oh my God. Now oh nada. 4 years more. Nana. Free education. Na boy. 4 years more. Electricity. No sujina so. 4 years more.
Wo UK wa na menchia. Enestreme Elias Atakwame ya onene ye the CEO for Epic Security. Sene ya border row ewa hano. Wo adwuma bi wo fie wo japadie bi opese obo ho ban. Oso yi nyame free wa won etoa ho. Free won ewo UK na ne won eni enkomo. Ena wo Ghana number so eno ni 241 812 308 241 812 308 and also bet me on 550 012 279 Mamincha ofake wo UK na mincha mansan buafo amansan jumadia ye de yadamu life ewo Milton Keynes haya mansan sa ensona ubati yanka life ewa Brimpon Radio na haya Woodbridge Virginia na menchia minua Eric na menchia Mama Lee ene anuan mo aka nyinara ya wotie yan efra mansan efree wotie efree Brimpon Radio ewa Woodbridge.
If you see Nana do it, tell them say Ghana for you now say Nyami shwana no. Hey Dr. Bamia hey my body na my fro hey 1 district 1 factory no crew free education
Any accident so the man obibiara
say sir
every ordinary fidie ade ato ewa menado kasa fidie so
4 years
we love you all. Really appreciate your time.
Oh nada
Really appreciate your listening. Samuni wa yeni
boy
pray that was papa muni ebedi enko
na so
kan ya
yeah quite papa bi na na
madie no e pass life. Let the truth be told.
I'm saying
Victor Zeto.
yeah. Oh yes, more. Leadership skills and knowledge na nanye. Oh yes, more. Na jam funu de be kana wotie. Oh yes, more. Na do fatagana. Tell you fata nkoma.
One fanche. Sena, my microphone was off. I do a bit me papa. I don't know why. All right. Sena me can and you no. Let the truth be told. And I decided to my dear brother. Miss Ransom says 1 2 days. Say I'm more this year, boy with Jumadia, you know, and won't come one. And ye, and I'm so can won't see. Let's see it to me. I'm a baby, of course. I don't see a do BPS or BPN, the baby. I walk. Ya would do a video to another. And you may, yeah, that was. And so, sir, yes, I would see a let me matna and to try ampere. And this if one of the say a try ampere. I don't hear them once. Now, my kind of sir, I know. Now, and you may mini Victor. And I did you, my dear. You did Abramo.
God bless lawyer John Kuma. John Kuatu.
Now, your best friend, so say, now watch it. I will be on the 17th. I think. That be if you're there, Ebe, Mammy Share.
yaje. Mama boy dear ayasronko. Gana for you na ya situaso. Gana for ya situaso. If you see na do it, tell them say. Gana for you na say. Na miss you na no. Hey Dr. Bamia.
Yeah, kaka yana da fo no nyina se. Yenia no a wahwere nikunu.
One district, one factory. No crew. Free education better Ghana. Economy.
Nyame aduma.
Inti aboa ye. Yes I did.
Nyame aduma on the 19th of this month. I think it's coming weekend. Weekend yeah, every year. Obedi na watch 19th. I'm say a Friday.
Oh yes
What's nice? Yeah, a Friday. And then yes, more mobile New York. And then in Pottermore. Muntimin koja yenu by Monkota Nechi MIN. Yes, you had in Piebo, a better tree. I'm a BB so I now, baby, I war no. Any I'll say 1274 Lafayette Avenue, apartment 2F, Bronx, Hunts Point. And here, Pamacho, Yamunshan and so am I. The number and it's a BBNia. Bet me a fresh number 347 465 1199. 347 465 1199.
The high school for you I say yes Inti aboa yes I did for yes the Ghana now no I change oh my God now.
All right, Sabre there. I'm say bibia asset. Yeah, yebeko ahumano so. Director of Communications MPP USA. Abelande. Enunti.
Big shout out to Chairman to me.
Yes, Sembrano. Mo share on Facebook yeda mo nyina asesa mo hwe. Mo nso amowo YouTube nso no yeda mo nyina asesa mo nso mo hwe. Yes, rasa mo share dwumadie no bi emaye. Mo share emaye. Na entimi enye kama. Yo, form of nana enyum no ena wote ye no eboso emenye na Sabre de yebehwe na Yako nansa na no se na medi kankan ya no menua Victor ewa ha na Director Joe amamati asese introduction no ene ono na esi ne nan so eno nti meko na makofa Director Joe ewo ahoma so na afe yama director ede ensemo a ene potin no yede ba yede bre na tiefo ne adofo no ode abatum amaye ifise ene enkomo no edoso yi enya asam ketwa eno nti WhatsApp obi na invite obi na afe yentumi enko yanim Director Joe me pa chon timi kan mo akwaba. Hello Director. All right Director Joe ya mo akwaba nyume do ba kasafidie kase so
yo uncle Mike me jo so me chawa tifo nyina me mo makaba eba fidikesi so MPP USA for program let the truth be told and must some say my daddy any more some bana mo beti and then pensin my one lady that who here yen wagana pa as no enka ye ho wagana nka Sabre nka se di abodi atwe enti no and then pensin mo aye be no ye hwe enema ekoso wagana ne nema akoso dada no a na ye be kan say the ayedro no as taking stock. We are taking stock of NPP's development initiatives, any infrastructures, and the way forward. Say, if you take stock, who the you be say also say, then I can't away your name, and I ben so and I the fana ye di atoto near mana akawe your name no so. It's your nice mobile yen topic no. Taking stock was taking stock of NPP development initiatives, infrastructure, and the way forward. Part 1, emuna bekono. Na and then yen penny for any more casani be any in your doctor Jomo, our in charge of your research and development. And yenia ifa amiya kakape, or in charge of community integration and branches and not integration, no. Or not in charge of that. You were young members, young communicators in this school actually are almost so idiomo the ever you Joe Weiss or you Francis Governor so a tie children then and NPP members they also are almost so I doing today any more questions near the end of so and no kahua yen adia you know a nimwa you know your best dress will be a better national. Now what see the year can now what penny paper structure in somewhere said the here no can see a pussy bisano and I send the opposite of the back on so no na you see it is unless but yeah maybe topic I make one them a developmental infrastructure no a Greek yen you say yen Ghana free nanoma breast agriculture so the yen no one of the economic produce that we can make in Ghana. The Ghana economy, no, do one in decades, agina agriculture. So, the share, no buy a cash crops that a Ghana near the end one. A dear any watch it, you beat a cuckoo, a dear any watch a disicabibri, a bregana, Emma Yantona say. To say no, I have been say if you see and the technology. You see, maybe a more to be brave. Na NPP4, and this is a degree about agriculture. They say in agriculture, no, I hear the war and the second is no, I can maybe be a great near not to be a Ukrainian, nature so your papa could be asked and the uncle Suda. And then you are great no agina, Yamranti, so, any Mabawaso. Any middle age for so sabi and nede akokra poso kra unku suda na se unimu adia kakra bi no pom and then the type of farming na it's not easy to do because and then konta ne nro mix ni adia nyina bi ba bi mu it's say ini unhu bi kakra intino yen so far no yen memu Ghana ha say no ya Greek ama major creation of jobs but so far no na kaneno na obi kato ye fu ano ne nebusuafo nko a ona ne yire ene ne manu pontino na ye ma ye nkofo bi no mo ware mienu ne ne nsa se de be ya ne mabedo so na omotini abewo na fu so and then say bi it's a major job creation ye man tie ne maba wa no na kane no NDC address no obia migrate ye for be urban and rural migration obia de ne hwe ko kesi nso ko peduma no and then no agriculture now there's so much so that nobody even wants to leave town because I been to Kuma wow baby papa be that to Sadaka now dear to quine into to quine now Ubako Kessim now so the ton idea now the baby down with the kiosk money idea and to say the wolf ye Yama yang queer I had the dead in such a way that it's very easy and yet a short and ne sufi ne a yiko to crew and as I say ye day young no into a man and ya mechanizing yama be brave a womb. A face so no yang ye quiano one of our major export earners. Caneno na ye export to in your nedia ye duania ye export to a carbon thing coming in our pet a yen cocoa no ne ye the quaman and then near my export to Kogana every two quino if free Ghana the cover and also ye cashews. Yen tomatoes adults be dream maybe kwama na even yem by dress board dear any idea you was a shine yen asante memo ni north ni memo nyina no ukroso border ba ko pa mu kosua kra no ye export edi neighboring countries into no one of our exports and say my export no akoso bebre e de nana do dan ko akufado as in na man your for any almost administrative hunu that they have put in place. They have the foresight and the interest that they have in developing export earners, you know, so they are a benyasika. So nema nana dako kupado edi atu kwemo said ye when they say ye di way free no it's part of the national cake and yema ye tonton mfa so baswa na ye do so ye nya bi e de hwe Ghana fo mu bia enya bi di e na se de omo so ye akua no so no omo nya ne ma bebre e ba omo akwa mu bi ti se omo ndo baye no se de ya ye betime nya good market ama omo yanka se yikokodia no nya pebo papa dia ma omo se de ya omo ton a omo benya mfaso afei so no fertilizer ni ade a omo di gugu omo no baye so nyina no it has been there's a rebate on it. Almost 50% less than what normally would have paid. And so the government has also put in place a lot of loans, agriculture for loans that not just and now when your loan need the Agri Development Bank, any other banks that almost abandoning they are giving very, very good rates. So if you are now they for your rating and a would ya for cranium no rating in Jirama and no yen a no ayede because say you need the motivate you with certain things like the 50% off on their fertilizers, you know, and they finding ready market for their produce, you know, and also even in irrigations near there, Nansay no. People were always thinking about the season now. You want you were 3 seasons, you know, rainy season, dry season, and Hamatan season. Wagana no, Canena no nani idea need to so na yedia yekuya. Intino no adibo have it say in toast there with timuni idea no, and now say money idea since you toya within no, and then no ye try say another down people at the name of the to that you try say you all year round, all the amount for Adriano. If it is a more say, you know, so called not that, or my year, small mini dams. Those you can count so far in the northern region, no, almost about 500 mini dams. It has a mini dam. I said, yeah, dam kakraka, free hapoka in New Jersey, there. Dams, no be a full kato one, ensure time so this ensure better than a popano. And I say a form on baby, I will have from near the no, almost just almost the idea of one just ensure it's enough for connected as a no nowadays a supply, a supply will not buy an OD, work out not buying throughout the year round. And then we also depend on the rain, no, the right super tunnel so some make say a year in Amiacha now what now this also or the year will queer into no a slow set. Okay, I mean, no cannon near that will be the abo wow so. One Kasana will be and Neno NPP government is very, very, very interested in the farming to the extent that apart from some of loans, no crano, the youth has been really interested in agricultural development in the planting for food and jobs now buying edible in process no the other and they say or map planting for food and jobs, you know, I so attractive. Am I in youth, you know? Seedlings are omodi Adriano. They tried, so they made it look very, very attractive. Some of the areas, the area be a wubiano. Seedlings are you would do a bay, you know, yeah, the mount. Many areas, say, you know, or Central North area, no. I buy a lot of cashew seedlings. They bring as much as you want, free of charge. For the seedlings, Almudia, a face so no, Yakut Yamako government a baby green almost green farmers and you know Almudia Yamano like right there when you really need it, you know. And yes, a greenhouse, yeah, they call it the greenhouse. It's you know almost it market and get the sense that it can thrive in that community, greenhouses in will be. And now, now the Wafakudia. And as I say, so I'm a handful, no. Any of my to the sense that when you decide some mobile year planting for food and jobs, and all they are, and Sassano at the home and Paul Mount, Uber now for you will not buy it. Now, what dear, the finished one, there's ready market for it, but the land doesn't belong to you. Yet the amount
Director.
Yes.
Yet work a greenhouse now, me part of Victor. It is Nkrofoki say that's the largest greenhouse in Africa. No correct.
And a greenhouse almost be Akmana.
Yes.
It used to be it used to be Kane forestry for Asasi, yes, the Asasi with the forestry for the
okay.
At that part, say, and PNDC, NDC, Bremunano, that forestry land, no more G, a year, and Sasia, a chrome of one, intimate no Swebiane. Omuja to all these years, adapt for nothing.
Okay.
Forestry for no more year, Juma or Hono, Omwana, Omo, imagine say, Ombadu Swebiane, the Kataka, because the room may be quite a forestry for now. Almost court district and a year Joe Macapo.
No correct.
The door, Banchene body, a crown, no more to a tongue be no more worthy. But a barn is here by a greenhouse, all those lands were available. And the newer greenhouse attendants and any forestry fire farmer, they were so interested in learning new skills. And now almost seedlings, some of the seedlings were cross-pollinated. They were like sedia tomatoes that they say say kitwa you almost seedlings of tomatoes that normal they as grow together. So they had made it so vibrant that the greenhouse in our face north is the biggest. It's
Amen.
Extremely huge.
Amen.
It's extremely huge. Just say on end on end, and people marvel that. So we had all these people with all these ideas in their head, and I did for more got wasted. They were wasted resources. They were wasted human capital. They all sat there doing nothing. They were not being paid, and they had this thing down their sleeve. Agree to school because of forestry. But they didn't have anything to do, and not in Sabrin and then set a team importer board every outside the country. It's me importer board every Burkina, my friend is saying, Ivory Coast. Near importer Benkeni, importer tomatoes to cry near the
oh yes.
It was really, really disheartening. And look, if you look at the lands that we have, those people have, don't have those resources whatsoever. And so no, yeah, the Anona said the Hopper, if they say, they didn't have the foresight, they didn't have the ideas, they didn't have the empathy and the sympathy for the people, that these people are our own people, they are starving.
Director, only Nientia, maybe source our question no. As a member program, I may call online, may check a crash, Palugu Tomato Factory, Yera, your mama say, Wako revive it. Because na factory no Guhosa is closed down. Or why na me who this green distance I am the pass what me clarify say agric workers no am wo ho no omo do am ho aden ebua government more ahoden any enimka with knowledge, finance and everything omo die timi ebedru ha na ede ba kwa okai a misan be so question back here planting for food na no dey me the pa because much of it started from the area. I am say planting for food no another component the following year government introduce here rearing for food and also to make kakra tray
and rearing for food no your man saying ehun say there had been some issues with livestock no e Ghana. And one of the major places that these livestock program problem not appears so it was in Assam Plains. So what they did, and they say in the Assam Plains, actually even this year manifesto, I promise to say
wow phrases no sister Dokas nkola na ye dede anka utimi di share muta ebeboye pa madam me pacho kasa.
Okay, in our 2020 manifesto before 2020 no pa no. Between 2018 and 19 no, there were a lot of issues going on in the livestock railing, no cattle ranches and there war a farm plains, you know. There was a rift between the Fulanis, you know, almost the Demwano and the Uda were for I dear better no babano, Nafulani for Mogas, Yabes, Tomini, Tiasuni, Bubu Fanny, a refani, Daho. It is a Biana to power. They say in the government, I say, planting event, say, promoting the cattle ranch, and what they are doing, they say, Oma facilitate a lot of land, Oma for that purpose. And right now, no, almost start Wawaso, yeah, from plains, a honey, baby, Oma Sati, a crap from baby, a crap plains. Also, no, Oma Yebu Honomo. What they are currently doing, they say, almost. All the people in the area on more cattle, and everybody takes your cattle there. And now could be actually cattle. No, those people who cannot even afford to or don't have the time to rear, and after they don't have the expertise to take care of their cattle. No, who could that cattle no? Not a more ranch, they take care of your cattle. The cattle you could pay a breed as a they sell it for you, give you your money. Not almost percentage of women that will take care of, almost care, they took care of it and fed it for all this time, or no. Into the right now, individuals who are be an entry back whom you know, not their fortune, in nation. Before you say that, one engine, and what your tone, what could you think? They all was sort of one of a sort of almost you say buy it right away out of your hands, and then you don't have to deal with that. And you know, that has been put in place. I say so no you say in our fishing community to Krano, you say there were a lot of people coming from outside the country, neighboring countries no more beaches, no more encroaching back Ghana for inside Ghana's waters into our waters, our boundaries, you know. They jump their boundaries and come into the Ghana waters and fish and go away. Now what the government has done is say what top patrol boats and the Ghana police for police patrol for and now what's also or 2 patrols for the police and the 2 patrols boats for the Ghana Navy. I no already patrol young river young sea waters in which is our boundaries of Ghana no almost and nominal almost the almost patrol was swinging out throughout the night all day long. So if there are people coming from outside, because we realize that people were encroaching from Ivory Coast, Togo, all the river water bodies in sea bodies, people were encroaching into Ghana for so Ghana for you know what is anymore, and almost you and Namoko. And almost so those days, no, not your boats, and your boats think it. Tanena na near what saying fisheries for boats I can see any idea. As PNDC abreast those fisheries boats I can see in were scrapped. Meaning to say no Ghana Banyanka Sanka Pony boats. And so near what your Ghana for boat belonging to the government and none a individual to one idea. But even so no so you're protecting your water bodies now. You who say people are encroaching on it and and then they had also put in place some quota of people the size of the water and the water and I mean the size of the fishes that you can get out. There were boundaries to be where a horn shrimp penny won't you mean conquer you before for honor baby or honor and you tune a penny you or won't you mean for you before so if they were checking to the extent that net the crowd the call honor you better because it say if it's a territory you be tune and all the smaller net go down tuna man now kwachi omo tuna no so ye person omunyini ye kese ansa ya che omo. So all these checks and balances has brought in a lot of interest in our fisheries. Kaneno na sebe afrafo ye kasa afrafo a Fante area na Nkran area na Volta area no and they are friend no individuals private people atoto boats amankofo and they are monitoring it with and then omo mechanism kwa ye and it will show you on your screen whether fish is or not. So you don't waste your premix or your energy digging places where fish in. NPP has made farming very lucrative and a little bit more enticing.
Very true.
When the government started, when we came in power in 2016, cocoa farmers were getting tired of akati any yare cocoa so near the nana affected abu and people spend money or bobosia edikoye cocoa na ebuesi so akati so na yabasa omunya no buy said omunye omutimi ye so no the buyer comes and tells you how much they want to buy it for near sort of for there was something, if you all remember, near the Abinchi people, if you remember,
yeah.
Cocoa board for Omotoko. Those people, Abinchi people, would buy it from the farmers themselves. Now, upgraded the cocoa like dry it and stuff and Sanedia for international market. And because of that, middleman issues, the poor farmer was not making any much money.
Very
now
true.
The NPP government has put a lot of mechanism in place that the farmer is enjoying as much as the last person. I also so airport and the government also says as the lot of ways to deter mwano kaneno na obi wo honoma akate asinu ya no sokora na na aka say ontwenwu a oti there need to be ntwenwu they say yesika. So now what the government is doing is that they try and entice the cocoa farmers to the extent that if cocoa farm they realize that never won't go there no and the money is on the neck if you would yes the next cocoa farm or 2 years so or one who buy saying crowd you know and one will go to this.
Definitely.
So what they have tried to do is say the government will buy the cocoa trees from you. Every acre biano, or 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
No chum cocoa and really to the current one. It may say men and cocoa. If what it was cocoa for no, maybe honoma in Miano, a bit of me penny. Yen jungle that the eternity, it drew maybe and sweet view because it has outgrown its usefulness. And so I shook it and a sugar crabby. But the cocoa farmers did not understand that.
So director Joseph Nye. Mamito was saying the Upatress near MPP introducing so cocoa never hot that no ebia one year sebi first phobia ni hono government no mumbeto but then government ne ka I'll be tragu etria farmer no. Is that what you're telling us?
Annie.
Oh wow.
The government who say a waste of land.
Yes.
First of all, a waste of resources. Yes, fertilizer go as here. Now, and the point and now also to protect the other cocoa farmers,
exactly.
From being affected by the infection.
Yeah.
And you better to clamp down the infection by cutting all the trees down than to let you sit there. We want to not aside cocoa farms there 10, 20. Na ama Ghana your GDP no on cocoa no perform because they say you need that is our one of our source of friends export earnings
I see. You for director Joseph Namote can walk about Soka.
What the government is doing they say almost every acre bia you be trebiano amount 1,000 Ghana. It is the number of acres and now the government uses their own prime seedlings. The Oman for 2 years. I make sure say Gina and Sanya Sandia Mauba. They're still yours. And Kobiaho. And yes, I buy you Chabu, you know. What you can do a fat there be. Uchabu via no dear prime seedlings. I'm a cocoa, no, I'm a sheswa, my bank, and cassa de cocoa, crash for 2 years. After 2 years, now you put the Ginano, near Daniama Ubio.
Wow.
What sheso, for him said the swaba, or swaba, no what tongue. Na Canelo Pono, na NDC abresono, yen cocoa na ye need that to say ye benya a who sika e wo Ghana no. Now they were not paying the cocoa farmers too well. Kaneno na per metric ton no. Na omutia about 7,800 Ghana cedis for cocoa 7,600 Ghana cedis cocoa no. But as of 2017 and 2018, 2019 no. Now no, the MPP government is paying 8,240 Ghana cedis per metric ton. Kaneno per ton, sorry. Ton, 1 ton, no. That is how much they were paying. They were paying 7,600 for a very long time. No, yam tu ama omo. They da na neda. And they say na constitutional cocoa no so nya yet na ayoka. But now no, the new cocoa price no has risen since 2017 to 8,240 Ghana cedis per ton. Up to now no sa no omo ton no. Into the year you say government no enya adwene a owo ema yen kuafo no economy pa yen cash crops and when you go to the no region here there na okoko no a cash you ne de babo cash ma eni bi twa ne de abo if we say and sasini gu ho and na bedroom maybe no and sasi a ye de be si dan kwa ye nya bibio because said the mranti e wo kro no mu age one district, one factory now abano. The government is trying to make sure that if the factories are going to spring up, the first thing we need is to make sure that we have our raw materials in abundance.
Director Joseph, wako no fi dia mame fa question yin kan ho ya kai say yewra mahama kano amampanyin dada no say there was a publication say one was started every one village one dam in the north. Was also called one and say ya one was called wa Miami Krum. And what he said was that it was waste of taxpayers' money. The one village one dam. Me pacho I call no video. Utimi kaka kraba one village one dam no.
One village one dam John Mahama can't want them. Na or be to the idea. Epokate saw was some of the areas to say yeah best Patrick. It never came into fruition.
Okay.
The places where he claimed they did were stampeded by cattle and they were dried up. Almost enough. It was sometimes what I've seen about Mahama is say problem be ba wo probi so ne ka say no ma ye da mo ma ye and wo ma ye wo tuni ka be digidi so they are never done right because he wants to come and impress you know we be to make ka be bibi to just blind you guys that I've done something and it doesn't stand the test of time. That's it, that's the end of it. But Nana Bedan Kwaku Fadu no he realized he muted the idea of bigger district dams, one district, one dam. But he also muted the idea of one village, one dam. Mini dams today. They are dam, no. They are rice farmers better for per any bit near use because they are in the same catchment area. It's normal bit near use throughout the season, no. It's in almost your dams. They bring 500 of them in the north. Those small dams.
Yes.
And NDC for oh, dam I see no dam yes, that was the idea. Because they are that area no. So if we can collect the water in one catchment area and we can even serve 5 farmers good enough, then we move to the next place and do another small one. And, they realized they've had mini dams, small dams, they break all over the place. And when they go around, they say, oh, if you dam will be not friend dam. They were not categorized as the one district, one dam. No, those are mini dams that were serving small communities, small catchment areas. A few people at a time. That was what happened. It's whatever they are saying, they are misinterpreting it to the public because what our plan is, And what I've realized with NDC for is at the end of the whole on to the one kind of or by interpreting anyhow he wants to their favor.
Very
That's
true.
something
Very
that
true.
will favor
Very
them.
true.
You have a kind of you throw cancer near their blinded, but if people are able to go down to the nitty-gritty of the stuff that has been done, they will see, say, okay, yes, a mini dams, and this is a mini dam, and that ends the case. It's, yeah, agriculture, so far, so good. Young government, and his able agri ministry and agri ministers are doing a heck of a job. They are doing a whopping, American it's a whopping job. And now the agri for Accra for no. Can't the agri for a short source sentence, they can go to the and then they're coming back. We're getting more modernized agri for who use your friend said technology. Look, 2 months ago, Miss Sumasi will be caught a bro every north of Remy near the airport receipt, right?
Yeah.
A bro, you could get almost about 2,000 bags of rice of maize and the Accra. You bet to Accra, no. We government at amount for at the ice thermometer. You just dip it into the bag of maize. Maize and then you to capacity. I'll bet you feed that. It tells you that. And then
That's true.
And we are also building. The government is helping farmers to build small silos. I bet you mama now.
Yeah.
The old some form. And then more so you read their community. And the infrastructure and the development that is coming in our Greek area is second to none. Ebim bagana da. Amount for Obia Fanny Hunyamubi. Unko na Tasibi Nepia. Upasasi free Albania. And then you Thomas Asakra, I declare a bro, and now declare a poor, the Bia Betty, and the Pogabet is a backyard. Why won't feature picture Kakra, the Bomodia baby, and as a green pepper crown and Kumakwana bit Ubedia crana, at least no sia, Ubetin the Achakra, Ubetina, Diana, the Achachan for Fokwa area, and also gives you something to do. In Tinamapo, Mummy and I and Yammer, see the air personal. NPP USA, we are taking stock of what the government has done and what we have in process to be doing. And and then your topic, and this is what it is. Maybe any agri economy, the best here na my directors must be about so normal so the topic habana simona I'm obvious madam
yo I take for mama kakranka Dr. Josephine ho ne okaya na answer na call yabeko kakapi ho Dr. Josephine ka bibi and me person expression kakra waka about cattle rearing government ye garages momo mokaya Ghana for Mahama ka bibi was say and very small na revenue ma mo kai agogofo mo ye demonstration call Kumasi airport ko share otumfo e complain se fulani fo eku omo director just officer wo kai
me kai pa
mo kai famre
no was a huge demonstration
yes
actually na tokpa ntokwa someone time no almost almost kontokwa yin sekan
yes
mo
kunni papa yeah, besa Ghana for say Akufa do ba 3 years ni. Mumma yankayo say sad demonstration no ma hu bi da anamati bi da. Adwun kesi e wa papa ni timo and then one name able ministers no etwa. Musati Director Josephine Kaba small dams in Mishada na mebesa no. Kane no uti north Miami Krum. Ubesa fulani for no be diomu na ntwe from Burkina. No mo de ba Ghana yes wo kakra no mo na ye crofo no ntokwa da bia me try challenge e wa afidie so say no de na bia wo tie mi o e bia wo be correct me one sam be catch me bebia 3 years ago eba e cross ho a Burkina Faso mo na ntwe ba anso ni ho a ekoda ne ntakwa sasa enti enye ya agri sector kra expand from your agri sector ecofa peace and security eba krom no director sanka aba eburo is true ukomiami krom side to mu side ho no eburo no omuntwa no elfom they leave it there to dry enti mention our kan miami form ewo ho no we use the same thermometer measure no who say eburo no very dried so that utimi use it for poultry feed when you now within 3 years yada President Akufo-Addo and then able ministers and then the vice presidents as I said Nyomuye Amagana Fono on my ye. Listeners, this is Radio Amanado from the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. You just listened to Director Joseph and Director of Communication, MPP USA. Today, MPP is taking stock of their good jobs they've done for the people of Ghana. NTT for Frobi, na Texiobi, na WhatsApp Obi, na Kachone across Victor Zato, Radio Amanado, Rocky Mountains. My mom called me communicator, Kakape. Kakape, what's up?
What's poppin', bro?
What's poppin'?
I mean, what Chicago into your WhatsApp out was popping, bro.
Hey, no pajama buy. Yeah, to my head there were Rocky Mountains. You need cold now. Can I pay the nekoso?
Aja, you move back on the womb.
Yeah, the welcome to Radio Amanado. My uncle.
Okay, me that's it. When say you bought a Greek so they are not your touch my comment. Others are me professional.
It's also dopa no correct.
Yeah, professionally, no. Idea machine. Yes, I'm a social scientist. What I say, but me buy into communication. You know, it is so much so. Say, my agenda has been say, and some how does it go down to the very to the very people we're talking about. And to Madame started so sometimes because of the communication, I didn't do so much to say boss one year job. They are very important say the best fact me a pick it. Madame a great number the Kakrabe come. So now will be some question. So your greenhouses in Ghana no, are the biggest in West Africa. I'm yet to find out the scale of it. There are so much all over Africa, what I say, but the year of it in terms of Africa, no, we will find out how it is. That's what the president said, and that is true. Now, so greenhouse, a targeted perishable product like tomatoes, onions, pepper, and now a idea, you know, the whole of Africa. Or more to money is super. Others and Ghana is taking the lead in West Africa and it's catching up. And Ghana, you see, now Akufo-Addo agenda, and not just for Ghana, but also West Africa as a whole. And there are so many things that we are leading in West Africa. Now, mind you, previously, now you come West Africa, we are talking about the Nigerians and the Cote d'Ivoires and all that kind of stuff. But these were mainly the giants, the Senegalese and blah 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 blah. But the NPP take over. We give them so much, say, we take over the rest of it. I mean, to give you an example, foreign direct investment in Africa, in West Africa, and in Nigeria, Ghana. So we become a toast of the world because we come and we insist on the credentials based on which the people out there, the investors out there, will see say that bien free and in Ghana. And into Besha, some NDC for Eco IMF, they had to beg IMF. IMF cracker said that, and they had to go and look for people that have connection with big shot in IMF to bring them in. But say MPP for they say we are bond, subscribe, shareholding, we put it out there and it gets oversubscribed. But they know, say the people that are there, are a team of incompetent. But I don't know, me person with the crack, Madam dear, no. You buy and one. When we pick up the government in 20, we started with 200,000 farmers. Farming there, the Makuma, okay? And some year can on the ground, though. Man, just the NDC flow. I didn't try here. You don't listen to it, though. This is the open information. Once Madam Ababeka about cocoa, call Madam and find out how you can invest in cocoa. Maybe for I buy at the 10-year development plan. Abba, on no more target here, especially the BA, even though other aspects of the country no count, but the target when it comes to catch you, a BA or Akuma Dante Chiman, and no name. A freaking tamponum when Chini, side, and we are not joking, but cocoa be a fool, over Kakaprema. Anytime beer you want to come and have a look. And yet they are not joking. And yet true. And the agenda is a whole lot of things. First, not saying an awunya. They say Abanyaba maintain our benya. And they're putting a lot of implement, mechanization, and omni adnad. And because Madame Fubakubu or no only Jaika for NAA. Someone of Jaika, Japanese International Cooperation Agency. I mean, if I get it wrong, forgive me. And no, yet a Jumama Ministry of Agriculture. And besides the government, and one at the Yaban, or Sina Jaika so at the Agric because they were concerned about the fact that Ghana is a beacon for Africa. They wanted to use Ghana as a they push a lot of farming implement over there to a bar, then they go around, they distribute it around now. I buy every 200,000 farmers a share. See, as we speak, the last time that I checked the data, now I drew 1.5 million farmers in all sectors. Where you cocoa, where you a bro, where or a moi, where you 1.5 million. This is huge. This is good because in the country, about 60% of employment, we get it through agriculture. So the data tells us. So it is good. I don't know some Madam Boss, but when he said, we realize that cocoa has been a backbone of the economy. I mean, talk about before independence, after independence, cocoa, any other, but cocoa. And we know that OPEC, oil producing countries no come out with price for oil. You know, that Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, and so LED said, we have to.
Kakape.
Yes, sir.
Madam Cocoa and Chanko different side. Madam spoke about cocoa.
Okay, about the producer price for the cocoa.
Yes, and even the plans that government was cutting down and paying. She went there.
So that is good thing that we must wear. You see, maybe perform to the farm and one. And yeah, not a disheartening said. Or mobile bread, and they've told all these years. Now, every hour, even scholarship, cocoa scholarships, the people that benefit, and your cocoa farmers. No correct. You digitize here, and no cocoa farmers are going to benefit. So, I want to make sure. Now, if it is one village, one dam, one district, one factory, one constituency, one warehouse, youth in afforestation, the cattle ranch that you talked about, these are all MPP flagship programs laid down to make sure that we have the ability and the capability to produce a lot of these things locally, but yet also and pay lip service. And in the books, as far as policy is concerned, and talking to the public, they think that they have the best. They show us that they have the best. But Nana Abba Amayahu said, oh, previously, we were catching fertilizer free, but you will never get it. But they see, Nana said, but you are fun. And at the time, I am free, no production was going down. At the time, production is going up. Your policy and how you make sure that the people get what you're looking for. And here, no. So you see, the development is in such a way that right now, we are not going to make sure that all the raw productions now, be it tomatoes, cocoa, cashew, but we have the factories that will add value to all these things. Now, what are we looking at? We are looking at reducing our expenditure on foreign import and exports. We are looking to making sure that if we don't take care of it locally, in terms of establishing the factory to get the value chain, your country move. So we get people to get employed. So we get we make the agri sector more attractive. So we ensure that the youth will see an alternative way of employment and an alternative way of livelihood. This is key. This is significant. And this is very important. And it goes to the point of reducing poverty and making sure that money goes into the pockets of the local people. Now, on say aban yibaye, on say wababe share the buffer stock nimu kena. So now we will have a situation where previously now farmers in the north and other parts of the country are now they are into rice farming. No musu. Your baby then a local market. Then you have the buffer stock where government is buying and storing all these people so that we can make sure that even at the SSS level and at other levels of government, we find a way of making sure that you local food. This is key.
And there will not be food shortages in the schools. They will not close the schools because of food.
No. And no crowd here out. Because previously, now you import to be maize. Now we've gotten into a situation where for the past 2 years we have not. So until we are building all these silos or warehouses, so that we can stock our food. We are building all these factories so that we can preserve the perishable one. So for local consumption and also for exports. This is important. This is key.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Very important.
There are also major infrastructure going on. Now, sir, the government is making sure that when it comes to fisheries, all the fishing docks that we have in the coastlines, about 10 of them are being built to make sure that not only the farmers, the fishermen, all that they need to go and fish, but in terms of storage, processing, marketing and all that is also taken care of. What is it? Yeah. The one say a do baby and is also eating into
like cold store, like anti-government needs to see like cold store in Yama our dogs and so.
Yeah. A comprehensive package.
I see.
Sometimes we are also thinking of, and I said there is also in there the sea defense walls, said coastal, so the villages and all these enclaves that are exactly. So what you said. So in the coastal, all these things are being taken into consideration. We should not forget of the Pualugu Dam. The Pualugu. You see,
the Pualugu Dam. That is the biggest and the largest investment ever done by any government in the 3 northern regions. Then now 5. Yeah.
Exactly. What go to exactly the What was said? Recently there was a spillage from the Bagri Dam.
There was a spillage from the Bagri Dam in Burkina Faso. Yeah.
After this construction, that would be a thing of the past.
Exactly. In fact, Kakape had a Kenyepa because what Kakape is saying is not a Kunipakra. Kakape go. That one was too bad.
In any case, the recent videos that came out are not portrayed to say the northern part of Ghana because of the spillage, it's not true. Now Mexico and Ayanum or more money Juma or more motivation. We all had this video.
Okay. Kakape, let me just say something on that. Kakape, ma'am, 1 minute. In fact, per Joy FM, Joy News Sports, omo cross checking near Kakape Kano. They say Nentria flooding images are obia who ye say a Ghana every north no and no correct. It was blatant lie propaganda. NDC news portals no kofabaye. In fact, we should have kept this out there. Kekepe, thank you. It's a lie. It didn't happen in Ghana. It never happened in Ghana.
Thank you very much. And you know, yeah, can say so that did not happen. Now the Pualugu, you know, all these things will be a thing of the past.
Yep.
So farmers will have peace. They will have reliable source of irrigation, reliable source of energy and power to be able to farm and do a whole lot of things. A multi-purpose, the biggest ever done by any government since Ghana became Ghana or since Ghana was ever born.
Kagapuni se Palugu area no kura eba wale watermelon factory no so SRC.
Exactly. Oh, one say if you are crying near refi, there's so much development going on. What I say, so fact about what you may not even finish.
Yeah.
To talk about. And one thing I decided say, oh, I mean family, you know, and to I mean pushy more of Madame Bien. But meanwhile, you hear me no say. Answer me a year can you agree no. Food is an everyday, every minute product. Ye didi, ye anyway. And some year can you know. The diaspora is looking for places to invest in the country. One of the places that you can have peace and invest in Ghana is the farming sector. Now, it is not every part of the farming sector that you have to invest. And Americano, talk to people, and you're going to know where exactly. Because at the end of the day, the talk shouldn't be just talk, but the talk should also be said. How do we in the diaspora or Canada, or how do you also feel it? Land acquisition, planting. Government is giving a lot of things free. A lot. Find out, get involved, and be part of the development of the country. Overcome now, what it come out? And you know, November, me wa Ghana. I said, I'm going to go to better. And to here, not NDT for, the good is in there. No, the dinner. You read yourself, catch yourself, and I could afford to buy this, and I could afford to buy this. As a song who said, the person that is speaking, or no artist, or starting project to be a one. I buy a young beer, non catch yourself, the economy, no, I never question a year than on. It's a song who is true. Let us go and feel it. Let us go and be part of it. Let us go because it's a wood train, not a wood train. Come over now, because on Indian and more enjoy. Others too are also investing for this house. It gave $10,000. With the public accommodation, are not $50,000. Involved. It's important for us to recognize this. Just as Madam LST and I'm declaring, a great sector, the backbone of the economy. Most of these factories are established. At a better said, and it's for $35 billion. No, a factory. And finding a way to portray. Not after that, no. End of the story. MPP wants. And xenophobia. We think through everything. Outgrowers. Final outgrowers were on them. The money, the financing, the sustainability of the product, the marketing, every aspect of it has been thought through. Management, obviously, continuity, governance, anything that sets you up as a secretariat. You go through them, and do go through ministries, and you get involved. So when we say the fact complete and producing, come at the end of the womb will be a book. Oh, come no one. You could do can make quite confused for my picture and I'm the Ababa Bachilo. There is a whole lot of development going on in the sector. And for our research, let us not sit down for people who want to bring us back. What are the successes that we've talked in this country? Everybody will be using lies and other things to get power. Now we are by a breath. 4 more for Nana to do more in the agri sector. They are 4 more for Nana to do more for infrastructure. And you 4 more for Nana to take us to the promised land. But you for the Besia,
Yo, therefore, Kakepea, one of the communicators, our America House or Chicago, or Namotin can medica crabaka near me bracket Kepekayano. You see, say about a Greek sector, higher this government, and Crawford brain, yet they are mamma of faximo, and 2 pair, Froby, and now 1 casa could do honorary. Ye ka about nsuo kura nipa benom no yewura ekufu ado one extended the Demongo water project actually to John Dramani Mahama Wanwani Krum, and it's not only just water for drinking or also damp water for the animals. Yeke watermelon ye ameka yeke kipika kakran ewa wale or ho or me a for basically like yeah, I think they're either Momprecious or Kusasis. Baomia tribe, yeah. Watermelon factory, a war. Within 3 years. And to Obiko be an another source, oh, near Kufa, Adoyano, a Wakumasa, Ewan Cran, Ewa. Palugu factory, yeah. Kakapiko Boni Dean. Bakri Dampi, Yenaya, Kola, and Kola. Every day they will be spilled over a Kunkrofo, houses, and everything. For once. The largest ever, the biggest ever government investment in the northern region, it will cut that problem short. Within 3 years, students can know your association be a friend of Charles, association of assistant headmasters. Almost before schools baby, echo miss time, echo holidays, we have a feeding grams, the 3 northern regions, feeding grams. And then me try challenge. Ewe fidie so mo am be frɛ no. Fregana na catch me say within the last 3 years Akufo-Addo be president. When maybe sabium when na 3 northern regions you omu close school because of ordinary food. Mama yan kai baby free and baby ye ko. Baby ye way there ye ni say ni nyina anya ye bet ye wonu das what say penyina wodi anim no woninia woye for a higher radio Amanado na metenasia from Victor Zato higher Denver Colorado wa utie frobi na text obi na WhatsApp obi na catchment per cross and na ye MPP program mu take stock of the good dates contract almost signed with Ghana for some bed deliver no almost deliver into a more catch Ghana forces ye almost sequence oh ye NDC near bra. Na for facts, bra, ye the facts number show, ye the propaganda, when your green book. Yes, you and top first class ticket to man confirm say Omuntu from North, na call Burkina Faso. Mama men caught me bra, Joe Wise, Joe me pato.
Oh, me da sing. Oh, me chetty for to me na.
Joe Wise not the same.
Yeah, me adumo.
And I'm also na corona no mu ya ne mo save mo ho.
O bene de ne de me chia director Johnson ne.
Yeah, that was it. Director so
me chia host so say ya me adumo say my member abetina ho.
Yo, any ebon to my
yeah, kaka pasa mo kan ya na me kakra. Nka okasa wi kura nka wo say bi akra kofi. Ni na ko ekotu ya ba mana nado. Na mini onim se sa dam ni sika no president Kufo ko ji sika no ba so ba be na NDC for this ADC kan o mo ba ye no
o so mo kra de o mo de health sika kra ko ye research so mo belusi o mo de o kaska ye ne
su ko secure loan say how we ha yini anu ase bi o mo no for hono no so be no amom mahama na o no fi hono no e ba ye no na o mo di sika no wada o mo srem Inti bibia kire ede di prefer say Mahama oba ono an nkrofo onwe omo you join ho an say ono ni Ibrahim Mahama ebe eno an odwen ho no afa Ghana Japade nyina na odi amano na ohwe se ne covid ni o hawa beto na nado so nenso bai wetimi asise oman ama omaye fa ne ntuma pe fra na bibia sekte bia obeko bia no ye ho to yen na wo se nyina ye ti ase ne de 4 more years e kan ho ohwe national service students kanda mahama minia ka national service for ne afiwe nko anwe ankomunko tomo service nke betu o mo aheda nso nim say covid nyina chi na na do asen deploy all national service personnel.
Really?
Obia sanko can you imagine? National service personnel nka by this time covid nke beka so mo ntene fie na na do deploy mu nyina omo nko ye teachers for na ya ka chiro say school bia normal report yibi etio mu nyina aka wo etio mu nyina aka and then na Dubai what is a national service personnel omo ko demonstration see into omo kada and so mahama to de bia na national service personnel for demonstration.
It's true near Joe can is true demonstrations is antibium
nina sweka.
Okay, said national ladies no cry football team no cry ko ball game front after tournament no they didn't give them their money.
They didn't give them their money. Mo cry me kai pa mo winning bonus you promise you 500 Ghana cedis cry na say the mom. E no cry be ye ka. Na mahama ni fry for na ebubu akọ.
Jo was mama Jo was my engine ho kakra enti party a omo bu ma omo die omo ye nia obi nya bi da na omo akofa oba as vice president enti ma ko ball esa buy omo winning bonus omo tam mattresses ekoda sports council winning bonus enti what kind of hypocrisy is that?
I'm happy so okay the exact details. I'm surprised okay the exact details. In fact omo obeka ekrana tema you see hockey pitch yes, the hockey no cry to oba Theodosia something.
Mama na what designing national flag no. Yeah.
NDC for no said Davy. Omo me emfa yinen to.
Oko Vanderpoint wa change the no cry kwasha mills. Ya kai?
O si Davy tinjina tia omo me emfa nto.
Ene omo so omo dom ma.
NDC on a woman away the
minute was that's your
credibility. Into your pubia or didn't have a born ho keke credibility. That is all. But then director Josephine Kakapa betri muan. Nanado buy no was new money na a colwisa or ye electricity and neither do suma or fix it. 3 SHS here NDC 4 can be say you buy in C school diner, you buy in C school diner. Yen to see almost in Canada to someone. In a dine over 230 senior high schools to blocks are Nanad Wesino. In Kwaku Murebim, no Akusiesi, no Atunidin, G block, N block, Ahani Hunsen Nanado, Ejuma Wayan, Nanadu C schools. Dine Ewo school Akesia BM or district BM over 804 projects and Nanado Ecos across Ghana. By the year 2020, Bekonevi, no much now almost close to 40% and above double track, no more single schools. Minoka say, Birumcraco single schools cradada. If Birumco single schools cranado, I see Danny Biamo single schools, and not shall say, or mine, economy, ensure water projects, Nanado, in crossing baby, I intimate far pipe on near the boho. You can't boho 90s in himself normal boho to Dini Bina, Okonoaku, Mias of Kafkano. And the mechanized boho Necomau. Umiaso, our quite noisy Umiaso announce your neighbor. Nanado de Bico, Mom, Senebea, potable water, any animal Nibinombinia access to. A quine, Nanado ye quine, a quine name this jet or ye.
This green book. The rules were in the book.
Oh, so, because and I no crying no cry woman say and MP before pool. We say Mahama can not citizens for Nankasa Motikrum and Nankasa because Yakon Yomonye is also why. When you go to the tourist industry and another develop, meaning a kunkumia, a work Ghana, the intimate solving a problem. the biggest challenge a woman in say wako crime scene no cry now wako take evidence
no evidence.
There's not a single database in Ghana I will be to cry run fingerprint a woman.
Exactly.
It is sebi yenua JB Danko wi yehu se nipa ne yakọ ye kra na moja wo ho yehu se wa fa twede e de esi baby afo esi asenka ye what single database bi kra nka fingerprint wo kra bitimi akoye ne ya match ne ya hwese e ono ana anye we ya ebi ni ho enemrem na do aye national identification card ya fa fingerprint ya fa facial recognition yetimi ye nyina wie ne take Ghana ni nyina wie a enye ne so bia kokum fencing
law professor
then ya fe ne ye ko hwemu a wan ye hu ne okunu no don senka forensic expert for could do kono no mu take clues no mu take evidence so ha fe no ma ko run no ma scan it through only pa not no wa ne akoche no baby ote Ghana okono bi ajusika no abo apo be hwehwe na unhu no enesano menina within a short period of time ne to be twa ye wonkrofo bi o Ghana okoji loan wa ha no wasan koji loan wa ha no wasan koji loan wa ha no wasan koji loan wa ha because you untimi verify my identity enesano menina to be twa o to ade afi obi ho Ghana ahomete because untimi hu the true owner of the property and nanado adarumenti enchibia all property bia e be digitalized na fi yenya unique identifier amano nti obi kwa na eton ade ma wa no enso obeji nipa ni din ene ne Ghana card number no anu no okoshe he kra ibenya ibehu no na yakoche no property na okoto no so no enso obe enter into the system we will say oh property no the rightful owner ni. This is a president that also leadership so.
Okay, cry and Attorney General and you say and Attorney General Ebeka say they will link it to the voter register, just a voter card and they will just link it with the data they are having and you will have it and it will all go and they will match it together.
Wonderful. A brute bagana.
Yeah, I heard her say that. It's on Facebook.
Wouldn't Medema no crazy no crano? Yes, I'm ban. Yes, yeah, buy who said Ghana rent how per month for 2 years advance, 3 years advance. Now to say ye be see renter a support na association na here oko high dina ho trewa wako no mama aji loan no metu amount na wetu ya nkakra nothing will be in Africa could be so na be nya sade we bi ni enu echi ni esanso si ye de mortgage ba na mo a mo si mo omo pedan no mo etimi ato no ma finance minia ejumayefo ananado ni omu di ni yi ejumayefo 41k if na friend provident fund wo Ghana Mahama jisika na wentua even social security kura Mahama entua nanado buy we release says kan nyina ma ejumayefo nti de kakra ni tintini tietie mu an say minianom mume nyina yemfre Ghana for mume nyina yemfa ye ho yesika ya ho den emmoa na nado yensanfa 4 more years in Kano na yentie president ko fa asem o kan say neni beje senka MPP bitimi atena ban mu for more than 10 years nanka Ghana ababe ye kabehwe me dase
yo muka we director Joseph ye Joe Wise na waka se medical crab Canadian no ne Joe kae see oka crime rate and investigation ne nema bia ye nyina ye ta hu no ha e database na omde ye bibia say catch Ghana force e pomocho say continuation from MPP to MPP to MPP the tititwa ne say muka is a national identification ye rokufo na de ba ye o Atam Mills buy Mahama buy ship. And so dictation now be a can say omudinina magia oh here and nina around the same identification here. Identification cry meaning that was how important it has been and that is how important it will be. But they forgot of it. Just from security to finance to agree to everything. It's revolving around that single card. Kufuor the buyer, and this buyer almost no way. NT. Who percent Ghana progress in Sanko more than 30 years? Ye mistake. Na Santuma Mahama. Wano was why sorry. Near why sorry say why crown one Timan be no. I catch a Ghana for say me ye way anyway, and a me ye ye Mumfan Chame, Dabi. Wawa one mammy chrome. Busunu nso keke ba mom so no one mom. Yegba wura. Suma Mahama say ye Pegonja region, Emra way minister, MP, assemblyman, vice president, president, want me mom sa region, one kromo. One kromo ye gonje ni region na ye stress from mamo. Kufuado nema gonje for one krom, one mami krom, one mom's phone no. Ene wa ukure ni bobo mommy call Joseph ya kase mi die me say Joseph ibam yo Samuel wo ho me ba to Emmanuel da ko ho odini here Wells Fargo how
Hey Victor
Emma after the program handle me after the program handle me after the program Handle me after the program. You might say,
look, Namiadum now swear.
Yes, so we are for Atlanta by a man who be more the Becca's after this. Young also, dear, I come to back Colorado. Yeah, Charles over. Emma, Keka and MPP will take stock and near more infrastructure development and near more, yeah, Modema Ghana for I didn't put to buy also. Uyo bia de bia obetreche mo entiene yepese chereche mu kakra so na me
dasi minia Victor say oto amam chechi etiefuo nyina say enda nwumbre munyam embre so mbetie aban papa MPP under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Baumia na minia ba Josephine Akebi minia bema kakape and Joe Wise akanyoma bebre na yeah, Mr. The back can say share different aspects, you know, as we say make sure say you repeat your home. Yeah, we should way forward and maybe some way forward now MPP are buying say or the economy. And in terms of the infrastructure no development, I say yeah. Now no say near more NDC for I can't don't pay no, but they come make Ghana for say they have no idea how to manage Ghana. They have no idea who I want to me. They catch almost say NDC have no idea how to manage the resource of Ghana. Now, under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, but the idea be seen in so if say Ghana beyond 8. Now, Osha Ghana, na more school kakrane, muma kakrano. The Ghana is I can identify as a lower middle income country. Nekase lower middle income country. Let's say maya and sikasem hajno would depend on foreign aid. Other countries are more common na munya baby ewie na omso moboa aman nkotwano. And no na they can say lower middle income country. Now ukaya the time of our MPP administration under former President Kufuor, we went to HEPIC to say they went to HEPIC, you know, because at that time young boys are politics on that. They bring no chassis didn't Kufuor and you call HEPIC because it's a and the same NDC government when we took over 2000. The same as MPP for NDC for quite year and it's happening here have a year. And MPP government, the idea kosher picking management in your mother to 2 years. Making sure say you want a Gia Honkakra, near Gia who we know. To your to 2 where in a healthcare system, education, basic education, making sure the Shemu cannot. MPP government in your mother pay. Noma as I say him. Now do this say Ghana beyond aid, they didn't try to buy them say. Now you why they want to foreign aid no and Ghana. Entina minian can 1D, 1F, 1 village, 1 dam. No, let me bring in chat. It's a dientina by best peniska. Oh, because a waste of tax money. And I'm catching Mikacho say, Mikacho say, NDC have no idea how to run the government of Ghana or the resource of Ghanaians. So, a moment nim do moka. Say, a buying sticker, 1 village, 1 dam, only because they don't know. Yet we did that to make sure, say, Yenya country we can build on our own. Near core school, no, we carry a core school. Say a country can develop is based on self-reliance and self-sufficient. So, in order for us to be self-reliant and self-sufficient, we need to industrialize the economy of Ghana, so that say yen dependent on different countries. Yen share Singapore, yen share Japan, yen share China, yen share even Philippines. Any close to think they were more. If Ghana was even at that, in the some time of the timeline economically, Ghana even was ahead of them. But these countries manage their resource under good leadership and make sure the industrializations, any internal development, so that they can develop further. And then I might have kids, and the baby is about Bonia NDC for government, Ghana a resources. And we as Ghana beyond aid, a way forward for Ghana. And we, in the last 3.5 years, they show the project the government is ready to manage its own affairs and resources. Now, you did Ghana Beyond Aid a buy it. That's a way forward. Ghana Beyond Aid a buy it 2019. UN, United Nations. You see that United Nations come out to a crew, a crew for a year. Say, I just President Taki, I want to put that. Now, one can say United Nations, they will adopt Ghana Beyond Aid. No one say African Beyond Aid. Look at it again. Again, Tina and I see ECOWAS for to two the whole West Africa country to two. You don't have a better leader in West Africa than another Danko Kufuor, the Niamani chairman of ECOWAS. And you need that one too. And you say, you're not near the castle. Now, the Ghana Beyond Aid in the buy, the president now, I said, to say, the president say, oh, you mean, yeah, they are no policy, a becani, a court. The president can say, private sectors, and the bit me a boy. Now, Mina, a permanent go out, more kind of one district, one factory. Now, the break as oh, now you building new factories, you realize that the private sector is a driving force of Ghana Beyond Aid. Now, the present government, I didn't say, other private sectors, no more industries, or more factories, maybe a small or medium factories, what can government do to push them further so that they can buy into the policy of one district, one village, one district, one factory, And private sectors not getting involved and a discussion show more. Be our factory maybe operational and capital expenses all struggling a discussion a shemukina say a bit me jinaso and now I government back in so. To say wow Kromo Boaso. Oh, Minia. I look at them the make now, what can maybe I will what can the yam minka? The boss make catch it. May I make a some petition at that time? I remember 2014, 2015. Me I make a petition. Come on, President Mahama said, "Boss should not die. Industry and survival and Anglo Gold Ashanti. Employ over 5,000 people, and a boss say I can tell you." The livelihood of a boss depend on the mining. Me papa eba kromo eba we because of mining. Now mining I employ almost 80% of the people under and Mahama ya also say Dr. Mr. Mahama also be president. He killed Anglo Gold Ashanti. A lot me am a contact and what children no be kan enye APS ya ka mo fa se ba kokra na ho chire ka ka no ka ba beda me so me am mo fa se ba ko ne de meka asem a true statement mo fa se ba kokko school obo asese tech enye APS ya ne duma after because of about born in the duma say ewa Ashanti Gold ne ba ese ko secondary school ekwan of our America men I can ba bedam so ba papa inti aban papa under the leadership on Nanado Dankwa. I don't have to worry about that because Yeshayam and Grugod Ashanti Eguye now under the leadership of Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado we revive Anglo Gold Ashanti. And so far, I can say almost 60% of people who lost their job have regained their job back and is still reviving it.
Very true.
Under the
Very
same
true.
leadership. Now, my main case is, oh, Galamsey, I have you. Now, you know, be brave, Galamsey. Be brave, because say, oh, yes, and you can say perfect. I'm telling you, under NDC time, Galamseys were taking the concessions of own private firm concession. Nearby, you're making sure say those atrocities are stopped. It means I say 100% perfect, but we have done better.
Oh yes,
and we have done more than we suppose, even what we promised Ghanaians. So Ghana for Omunyi Abayi Aye, Yayi now by Yayebi have protected the rivers and the waters of Ghana. And you are making sure the resource now you to it has helped in the development of Ghana. Obuasi aye can was in here. You road Obuasi to a Kumasi. Yeah, yeah, to be a near J. Obuasi for a near J. Oh, it yeah, you but see develop your crew now.
Me pacho, e ma also kwamba na moya no e wo Obuasi ono sa kwamba no.
Oh, Obuasi to Anya Kwanta.
Okay.
Oh. So Obuasi has Obuasi to Anya Kwantano to Kumasi no step. It is about almost 30 kilometers. Now and no we share one so Obuasi to Anya Kwantano you croak it into get called by choir no and then more by choir betia or called by power in croak it into almost big Obuasi. If you're cloning a quanin, you know, a ma a gadie or Obuasi and under the leadership of Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado, you're making sure say a quani ye, Magan Obuasi when you just the MPP by a tumano, Debia a tuma MPP from a Dubois town. Yeah, my MPP, and never also from MPP because I something with you free MPP. I know said 19 maybe director. Respond to those social media circulation say Ashanti and Yeshi. Me and Kasami Krumu as for be doing what dance here. Oh, we don't need someone to come and tell them say MPP Yeshi Ashanti. They have seen it with their eyes. Anglo Gold Ashanti. Our tune for can you plan a big Ashanti my development, you know. Oh, and looking at then you may as a party no dog, and then your mom way yellow gun and I'm a war brooch, you won't toy. You won't toy a pound, no tear me. Because the last 3 years, a problem same pan or Ghana in terms of businesses, in terms of projects, in terms of no people so in Ghana, it's me also because of the leadership of Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado.
I see. Now,
me also Ghana ADI one semi Kenya. Now, you should trade and industry. I mean, brother Victor, I found trade and industry. Now, trade and industry, I said last week, Nanado, and so a year became a commission business resource center. Minister Honorable Alan Chematin, so a commission three business resource centers across the whole country. We are building 67 business resource centers. And this center is to help, especially the private entrepreneurs, no. You can see a build you to the capacity that they can compete on the national level. Now, one build you one Kasawa resource, if I say in India, I did a project in India or say the ideas back near improving the financial sector, the social sector, the education sector, no, and then again offer a young Ghana for no, you build it. Now, me, I'm a chairman, Dr. Fred, no, or kind dancing and Indra, ya no casting be. If you are no maybe a yellow Ghana, it needing for free China, Germany, Switzerland, I'm about Ghana, America, ever Ghana be your project. The question I ask myself, where are the skills in Ghana? If you know, by any near to say, those resource centers near is, various districts, about a young men and women now. You per se or one casa egg problems I could go Ghana bebreno, and in Yana Bible to Yaye. You entrepreneurs, you promote between the ideas about no me say me Victor. Make me, I'm making sure the program here air cost for Ghana no. Miss my idea, Miss Mbesa Debano. Maybe project who are up to be able to develop what you need develop. Or from network to be able to build and what you are building. Then yes, say you can say I can't have a motorbike amount for your Okada. Whilst you can use your brain to work. And it's Okada, we are against Okada. We want our graduates to be able to apply the skills they have learned to the economy of Ghana. Oh, and I mean, I could be and Papa say, and you'll be one who talk about the Okada. And they are against Okada because we have been talking behind the scene before these people brought into the scene.
Nasa Okada law no kura one Nasa Okada law no kura na this in a passing law against Okada.
Oh, Massa, Omukasama, propaganda and tea. Now, Omutimia, I cannot contrast how. Now, more passing law, what was the basis behind it?
Exactly.
Oh, I know why or no passing no to move now, or about 4 years, why I want you. After not be a pro vote in tea of a catcher Okades. And no to Kumasi Okades for a Gumochi. Mammy and the cray or we are thinking about automotive business hub, no. You can't say you will go Okada business. You can't say Okada we are destroying no. But say Ghana for who say we bring free America and Ghana go to Okada. And then the crowd see a cat. Obi no obi free America or obi free UK and free China. What control we be and so Ghana be to Okada. And you obi pet so you Okada. Maybe a system and money and for to Okada, which is illegal. Now you need Papa by say in the industry of transportation, you really say most of the cars now work Ghana no. The more hard than it, because savage for the entire savage dealership. Or more no offense or more Charlotte here. We play car, savage car with the call. We are not against that. We want to make sure, say, no more, they are very competitive in the industry. Oh, if you don't need to buy now after the suspend, and you say, I don't want to and I don't have one for year. And people are and guitar jump bonnie so the wood be a business. But we want the best for Ghana. Oh, maybe more example. I will savage in a month. I never say, but 10 years,
yeah, salvage in a Joe. In fact, really, I want you to talk much about that salvage. Go on, brother.
Mammy can so. I said, yeah, Mammy, more example. I said, America, for back now, I say, oh, savage cars or Nigeria or say about America. You are going backwards, and then the credit or the car. You are going backwards. But the savage class, what the savage class about? You want to make sure you are regulated, you are following the rules. Specifications on the bank, they bring a benefit from that. But if I say industry now, the industry of the transportation system, no automotive, no, they say Ghana should be able to own.
I want to make something clear here. In fact, and I'm very happy with this topic because your talk has called Ghana. So the law is not to bound; the law is to regulate.
Thank you. But they take one portion of it.
No. Okay.
And then how can I follow? Oh, see, then I end this for AKU. Oh, we are going to. We are just legalizing it.
And I chip in on that one.
Is this Kakape?
Yeah, so when it comes to the salvage, the minister, which is Alan Tremantin, met with all these agitations and that. And the minister has said emphatically that the definition of salvage, it is not the same as in U.S. And specifically, he said that, so in the U.S., you will have a situation where maybe the tail light is scratched, the car drives, you may not even have to repair the tail light, and then they declare it salvage because it's insurance and whatever. That is not the definition of salvage in Ghana. Now, salvage, they still going through the process, they're going to come up with that. But they were specifically talking about condemned, flooded, ashe, the car with the cra, konyo, you can't say condemned.
Yeah, thought near the Ghana.
Where, yeah, in a situation where I have no declare we be savage because I scratch it because ABR your friend is saying it will be breaking in and whatever. Savage, the definition of savage in America is very broad because I have no sikano insurance company normally they want people to come in and that order. And so we hear that what they are saying. It gives a lot of relief to all the exporters.
Okay.
Said the name again say, oh, you can't salvage. Intika be on the salvage. I mean, and we all know. And that was the amount for you know. How will you on my salvage? But what time what two about? Why
so a condemned cars and your salvage cars.
Exactly.
Thank you. In fact, I'm very happy to hear
the definition of savage, in any case, almost says still now, they're going to listen to every single thing. You see, there's one thing about this, and it permeates through the NDC MPP for, and we all should pay attention when you speak. The government of Nana Akufo-Addo, the government of MPP, they listen because we believe Senyansa Iniba Akufo-Trim. So even if it goes to the point where there is a specific clause that we need to change, we will change if we are convinced. I mean, there have been cases where people oppose free SHS, we did it. People oppose drones, we did it. What is it? So if you bring something, now you broad consultation. We need to do something about. We're going to do it. So this, specifically on the salvage cars, among for now, and let us pay attention to what government is bringing up. They are not going to do a wholesale definition of salvage in Ghana. Ghana has a definition of salvage, and that will affect maybe. I don't think
condemned cars.
I don't think it will be up to even 50% of what salvage cars find in the. Really what Alan Tremantin said. But at the end of the day, we need to build our auto industry because that will help us in the country and that will create more employment and people may have to divert their way of doing business. For the opportunity.
Yes, it's still Emma Betwaso. Emma me wa question be cry me pese me besaw enti. But near only Kakapika it was very important because I know say me ko African market, Ghana international market our Denver. Me bra because you come also Victor na salvage cars here. My catcher and say salvage cars no any salvage cars. That's the definition of salvage. Iowa America or my books near different. Yet the Ghana salvage cars still cars e ko Ghana. Condemned cars and a so a minister no car no. There's still room for negotiation. Say you bet me change some of the clauses. And the apomicho muamuche amanado nana adidan kwa Akufo-Addo one kase emfa salvage car in Ghana propaganda tro. Yeah, besa question and as media metahana me through challenges. Frobi na catcher so one taxi me de car you call Ghana oil salvage inti or one pele mama yi friend pekrono man evidence. They kind with evidence. Obiani ho enso mo sorry am say caska obi kan crunch re. Emmanuel question am ho.
Yes, no.
Me business and sorry ko tie almost say government are releasing 3.5 billion to pay off the remaining customers of collapsed banks.
Please check the amount properly. More than that.
Well, that was what I saw actually on Facebook. How much was it? Correct me.
3.9.
It was 3.9. Okay. And government I really see 3.9 billion. Say almost set for banks no almost come. Ohwana yanum wa wunum yanum amu jump say hey omo manifesto. Omo no omo promise yes omo betri obiaka. Enti yakọ copy omo manifesto na etwe nkrofo yi na also na eba NPP USA skasam ni nyina won so maybe so say a copy na because who reading your government kaya or say to pay from where they left. Government never said he's fully paid them. And I want you to explain this for us more. What the idea?
Minia and abua propaganda I can say propaganda bit me propaganda. But MPP are buying yani ankasa ka se chire Ghana for mu intina program we edima Ghana for amutie se bi nyambre ni a chire sa nyoma we mu na obi oma banks no become insolvent insolvent a omuntimi ntu omka a omuniska eda wono under their own wash. Now you buy now about papa buy the leadership making sure say what we need to consolidate we consolidate. We go bank what we need to collapse them, we collapse them. But depositors, no. Now, end of the year, buy out, no, go out, I say, Omusika Neshiyo. Even if you remember, it was 2 weeks ago, the president said by the end of September, we will make sure that we will pay 100% of every depositor that are going through the receiver, which is the receiver, which the accounting firm becomes a receiver, meaning that the bank collapse, you collapse the bank, you put someone in place to be able to facilitate, say, okay, one month no musika dawo, and then one month a bank nature so musika dawo, ni verify ni mtu omaka. Nyekasa that time September, by the end of September, be two biaka. And the end the news ni buy no, na bebre na fani say, oh, oma fani say, oh, more promise, we have already said it that we have already paid. At that time, Nanakasa, 2 weeks ago, Nanakasa, we have paid 95%. Where those who have been validated have been paid 95%. So I'm going to post about me question of these. Oh, I will say now also only the 5% of Mabitia and 1% Ben Mabitia. The bond layer, the pioneer, those who were given a bond coupon, okay, they are not going to receive cash. They can say. I don't. I'm tending to not to use the technical terms. No, yeah. Stocker. Do see the cash near amount stock, right? Also, when there's a Apple stocker, no do cash not near amount the stock. The same as bond now, the cash near amount bond certificate. I actually say, and the kakape eba company will move over to bond. Now bond we have money interest this amount. Now, the idea some depositors for the say, if so we have more cash, we'll give you a bond where you can redeem it later. So it's not like you are getting your cash back; you are giving a certificate of bond. And the government, so it was a process. You won't bother. So I say, see, and the government wants to know. No project here, any PS which is also 1 billion 1 time. See, our government edging you have to be a government that have intellectual capacity to manage these resources. Now the government here is okay, we will give you a coupon which will be redeemed in the future. And bond is more of paying into a company for a future returns. So and only the government into music and it's now the secure and I know that it came out 3.5 and I said maybe you say 3.9.
Kakapi say 3.9.
Yeah, so 3.9 billion and cash we have secured. So based on government move more visualization of funds, we have to move this money from here from this resources to consolidate those cases. No, you need to okay. Instead of bond the best one, now a big grow interest, now interest payment then we will rather pay you cash for it.
Just a bond, government. Just a government is buying back the bond. I want to cry the mom,
exactly. So, as a propaganda, not just one. It's a buy. See breaking news. I asked them that day. Oh, say that that's all this, and then also, and I'm also who could redeem bond. You will pay one. You will redeem it at a value less than what you have it.
Okay.
If the maturity date is not up, we say maturity date, every top bond, now bond here 5 years. Now after 2 years, we redeem one. We be tia, and we nyata, every person here event the practice. And the Victor, because top bond, near a bond here 10 years. Bond now toy and 10 years at $10,000, right? Now 10 years for $10,000, no. You remember 10 years, no, as soon as over 10,000, no. And also interest extra. Now, a 2 years now, because open 10,000 back, ubepia fees. Interest, Bianca, I was saying, we also now went to me and change any kitano. You bet interest never. That would say, so be interest. And she says, can 10,000 now, oh, yeah, the amount, ubenya 10,000 in cash. And then you ask them, debt are depositors for no, and yajo. Say you release the amount that cash no. And some guys will make you down. I'm telling you, we are killing anything, any reason that Ghanaians will have to vote for NDC. And I say we are competing. We are not even competing. We are just making sure that they don't even have. They
already don't have.
So they don't have it. So I know who I'm going to say. We are not going to let every vote fall out of the crack. And that's our message. We will make sure
we are securing our votes. I like that. I like that from my treasurer. We are securing our votes and we are marching towards victory.
And about any other, yes, we can do the politics of it. We can do the developmental of it, and we can play it in a gray area. And so whatever you have, if you want to maintain it, we're already doing it. And we don't need maintenance officers. We don't need you to come and abolish something that is being phased out. We don't need you. That's what the government.
Mr. Review.
Minya Victor. We don't need the maintenance officers. Now, sure, we will promote, we will continue, we will
review,
we will do this. Why would a Ghanaian vote for someone who have no idea how to set it up to maintain something? Obi on ye can wait, Mama, make my more example. Obi on ye can wait, Mada. No, about that, say, Oko talk about Mesha Swama. Obi on no current mean talk out.
Oko Tokano, Kra was a can out on and yet.
And yet, who going to mean talk? No, say, obey Carnegie amount. I didn't, and I Ghana, but be a big Ghana Ghana for and a retreat for a shop. Uche and then you offer say, Onana, Oma, more Ghana, more power to vote. On it from one who send this scam or one catch almost says scam and the amount to my MPP. Who send this guy or more catch almost say to my MPP. Because more young Papa Emma Ghana for. I'm making sure say that financial, and I know that we will have time to talk about the financial system mess. Here, the government, aboka. Ya aboka. I said the aboka of PSHs no. Baby, making the PSHs no become who so. No be an isika that bank.
Emmanuel the baby,
yeah. Obi am friend no see. Obi a nisika that bank. Our core bank no okoyi mu a ye catch and say yenti on kombra. Be 3 months no ntimi nisika no. Saa nipa ko no NPP government buy e catch and say ye go bank no ba usika no. Enyerae na bank ne kura eto no kura na wonya osika ne yegunu no ba wonya osika ye but ye catch no say yegunu am make sure say eduma bone na banks ne eye no ye be ye mo na osika na na down ya make sure so on track and na ende 3.9 billion Ghana cedi release no and no na menya no ma memo na omo musika de that bank na omo ni that so no omo pai ba omo boss yankopon be bua yo yankopon and Nakupo na nkasa ne another danko ekupo ado abe answer mu prayers amomo omo sabe kan musika na Ghana will move forward 4 more for Nana 4 more for Baumia 4 more for MPP.
Yo mwati yeah MPP USA treasurer Emma was say 4 more to do more. Waka kaka Obuasi. In fact, Obuasi is very important to me. I'm a national service ewo Obuasi. Enti Chrome no. Se mine in new Obuasi I said there's nothing in Obuasi. Enti say government otumfo ankasa sorry eko by dada ne ho ya ewura mahama wo say mine omo disafo no brem say $1 kron beto ama me mama say yenti obia mo ka say science obia nyom na ekomase na okoka e o enne wa wo buase bia me national service wo buase ena me bra kai and when say buase revolves around the mind everything about buase and from independence and wo ka say kwan ya wo buase no. And that was why I asked him again because me fast kwan the power from Kumasi to buase was a government gusua warriors kwan gidi me wana for me me some more AGC. From one, they've gone back to work. There were people who were calling me friends. Today, their future is certain because of the competency of His Excellency Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo. It was safe Obi, text Obi, WhatsApp Obi, Nakatran Pokroche. 7th of July. It's about the destiny of our country, the destiny of our children. We don't have to toy with it. We have one and one only choice. The great elephant family. Vote for the MPP, vote for Akufo-Addo, and vote for every other single parliamentarian of the MPP. Mama me kofa yeah Dr. Jumo me pacho Dr. Samuel.
Mr. Zato, me wa hapa.
Dog yo, I radio amanado meaning say utina ho ache enti. Memo be say 10 minutes now about the toto am your dog.
No problem. Me da se pa we de yempani po mu dikan omo nyina Oma kan pepe yenina ye ho gina na adu Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene Dr. Bawumia Aban yema Ghana the works of NDC edi adanse clear in all areas in terms of mudi kan be kan yenina ye ho clear so we picture we as a picture ye say Aban
dog me ba dog e kasa no me bie line dog kasa wi amefa miame sister Dokas na makofa na shrebo me free ho na metie for me panelists yi ma mom be say 5 minutes to wrap up enti call in line no ye o call ya me for bet semen kasa me pacho gina ho 720-713-1784 again call in line here 720-713-1784 I radio Amanado from the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. Me pacho dog koso
yo midasi na medical crowd ka me ben tomu di ka makasa ho me be fa health kakra ama yenina ye hu se na na do Dankwa Akufo-Addo odwene omane ho oye oboafo a yenya no a odi Ghana eko the promised land na yentwe ye health o be hu se oba ye ansa na oba be fa akonya na fi mama nso yenina ye hu clearly say the urban national health insurance scheme and yejuma na it was collapsed and so Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo buy and wa be shemu kana ama wa establishing ama ene yenyina yetu ye hu se national health insurance yejuma na buy nso wa make sure say or the health care no and do baby a say do there but wa shemu kana or make sure say there is more access to health care. Yenina ye bi say oba ye wa award a contract of about 429 chips compound contract. Out of it, 243 has been completed and 186 is ongoing. For the values are maybe going in a show, we will clearly say fractions that are ongoing meaning is that those that have been completed. Say maternity blocks and wards are award the contract about 55 of them. I'm making sure say 36 of them is completed and about 19 is ongoing. And how do Dankwa Akufo-Addo buy? I'm making sure say I promise you say every district will have hospitals. District hospitals, we see about 101 of them. They say, apart from the promises, we'll make sure say clinics are also polyclinics or by we awarded 7 contracts on polyclinics. Out of it,
4 has been done and 3 is ongoing. Obaye, Pakase drones, young show, drones. What I established 4 centers for drone network. Drone,
Doctor, and I'm commission Bako. I think that's the first one in the northern region. Our Dr. Baumyenu Krum Wale.
Northern region, our Wale.
Yeah.
Northeast region. And Nanadu Danko Kufuadu, Yenina COVID-19, near drones, etimiaye. As of June, now etimi supply more than 2,500 COVID-19 samples.
Wow.
As I said, I hear Juma Bibre, drone, that's just the drones. Nkwa, Yabeshe ambulances, Nanadu Danko Kufuadu, OC district hospitals, you making sure say emergency services has been improved. Ambulances and sana Nanadu Danko Kufuadu Ebeji Abayefi Mama. Now you 55 ambulances. Mama buying cars or the 70 ambulances, beba. Out of that 70 ambulances now, yes, or Kwako 30 no the buy and not just say, and yet it wasn't even a better service.
There were 207s normal kotoy.
Yeah. Now that Danko Kufuadu buy 307 ambulances. And ne Ghana yawo ma emergency obi area of number ambulance ebeba abefam. Enti yehwe sa niam we nyina Nanadu Danko Kufuadu nia why even in the health care and say your kosuna your buan your man 4 more years now one trust nya officer or your magana said me dem ka se wu twa kwan na se wu nya boafo a oboafo be boawa ye den ye mane boa wie enye obi a obaya one bomodin or show a lot of incompetence na ene okase yensan mane mbra no be fixing the mistakes hey eno de e bin see that and you say be see Ghana and so that
Dr. Pacho, ambulances, what was the number?
307 of them.
Yeah, it was like 337. What do you call me? Me fan 300. Me calculation. What do you call so?
Enti the Ghana enya abuafo say ya share your manifesto or see leadership of service. And your leader all be kun say ono no ye leader nti yan worship no, but he's rather or your buafo ma Ghana. Enti me catch Ghana man nyina say yen shemapa na yenka se Nanadu Danko Kufuadu ye be make sure say we wie 8 years ni na we sure we jemu ama ni papa atwa njuma paso
yo
kakra me so de be ka ho na mejama omo so am peso mo
yo Dr. Ka bibi na me say me di bibi kakra be ka ho Dr. Ka about ambulances no, the ambulances came and they have even created employment. Every one unit, they've employed at least, let's say, 10 people. And then I'm for low figure of 300. And to for 300 multiplied by 10, that's almost 3,000 jobs going. And any ambulance keke, drivers, emergency call receivers, paramedics, ambulance. You timia create jobs. Obviously, Obama the boost, the big boost. The big boost in the other man and make our Dr. Joseph and Bapam. And to the other Bapam, to the Miss Menka by the big boost. Miami Crum Papa be home. Miami Crum Papa be. What remember big boost, Papa, Miami Crum, me refledi. Mekano, my mamma go for Miami Docas been watch our Homano, so Doca me pacho.
Hey, Nana was a how? What the cabo?
Nana me pacho Oba and no Docas for me pacho wine and a man 5 minutes.
Back to you.
Sister Docas, wo. Sister Docas. Sister Docas, Bimpong, oh. And your mama come here, I'm not Nasribo, Nana me pacho.
The pacho mini, I'm a sumpa.
And I'm about to tell to mamma.
Bibi kai me maone, my camanado. Me mamoni and Mapana, Makoswaka MPP 24. company for see ye dear the name of Wenica. Now about to bounce major pie. Which is you may be a momodian say. Akadi bia kebi omo de beso masin bia na omo fan so masin na ni wapota me na finu
director utie yo nana koso
mi wapota me na finu untiri so di bom se no kwase me amena do odi adwuma so ama MPP party wo America memo have the whole United States about 51
ya da wase
dia free ni state eba be contribute to Emma party no Emma yedin krema ye busianfo fie ni dey say my science instruction to me fie so wa fie so do go kromo ti beto amend no and frame so here bibi na memra o aid mebo because if we have no and before say the offer dia papa no e na ye pia no
correct
mo hwe adeswa kese a NPP party abe ye free sebi kura me dia me kan ye wo brutiri o we ye free ko ofa ankane no nka oha putupuru nka bi se ni afro so fast bi anya admission yes on pay 15 million ra offer 15 million so when you kra na $300 now uji brim mika se bi kra o se gu so kra no unti anye but omo no mo fie no mo nim ta America di American ti no wo nya fa ni problem one no we grab beto so
sometimes the time of the month kra be from na ya
na do ada Roma waba se free SHS obi anko be free nesu allowance ya nenka brebre kwa no wiemfo uni sika na obomodin apad missing feed oba no kose nursing mu nesu allowance yi kura ba onu atimidet ehwe no hu wie school no papa ibaya osima bichem teacher training na nenu kra de fa ne say one can results when you put in ka training college nenu ka wiemfo pa na ne tai culture de ezo akobi kan na sem na that me ko padi trade at na that me nyaduma papa me ga do tra ko padi ma papa ye na papa ibaya wotimi ahye ni Ghana fo nyina anim say teacher training allowances no so metwam na me ade ba ko pen e na
oka me pacho oka papa na wo de mama ni aka ho e be do student allowance de mama ni beka ho because mama no the woman was the butcher
mama no proper na beka say a common chalk I dey try the blackboard so or catch say Ghana for but him one say uncle fu etumi etwa just 3 years past 4 years ebe da no mo white angel abitu tu se mo Ghana for so mama Ghana for ye wura fie hu sisi kai Ghana for papa we on John Dramani Mahama on see ka president ya wetinye Ghana for them we number 1 if you answer na Jelly John Rollins aba former president because Mahama mi be yi ni se dua saka satire Ghana for nyina say ye was short memory and also we read Ghana for with your short memory or cut down in the home but say yen sign to abaman the part of your papa we ne babedi president here na ye da dum so mu enkofu nyuma say yes ye yi enkofu di enkofu wu ye na momo dwuma say nya na papa we ya
astor was afa light bill kan ho o sa the light bill kan ho
yen papa we ne be da Ghana for say yen tia health insurance one time premium yen tia bibie be part of otimi anything it is hard no
Dabi
Ghana for refi any papa we na beka kire ye say ye pesi nya electricity a ye ntua more ni benya light me pato light ni ensakan it be ntina Ghana for cry ti sebi ye read timi ye fear hontem sa hello
me wa ha meet you
oh eki enso me kan nyina no me pato me gra me nyanwie ye papa we tam na ne unemployment graduate gufie no na titani timi ko trade 1 year ni akutua no 2 months ana 3 months na ye papa we ya na me share obedi interview circle Accra of catch presenter me say Mahama oye difrupe oye edifrupe na die no ba Ghana konya ne betena so ohunu ya enu ti Ghana fo ato aba ayi na firi ma wakosan aba so obepa say
yo
eki no Ghana fo mamu me remfie ho
yo no this ho ya mama
mi ta ko to abama papa we ya na wa fa Ghana fo se bi eni se atim didi na odidi na odeserve so odidi atem say ka o ka kire Ghana fo say o was short ye was short memory
yo
no sense be ka kire Ghana fo say only o yo funu o zero second
Wantobia
onti obia
yo
it means Ghana for near me sisi wo papa we mresu nyina no enche mamu mi refie ho e ma ne nsan fa ne ketre ma den e me dada ye e me ye eniema NPP asje wo de dia me ba radio so mbisa say mun se me NDC fo omu social intervention ba ope mo de mun training first from Jelly John Rollins time mun se me ade ba ko etinya ka se we de NDC fo de ba ye omu de aba magana fo nyina nya so mfa so mun treme ba ko pe
yo na no this here
na medi manu sie no ne enkonsia isi ye Ghana mem no Ukraine no pay me reho papa me mabusuafo a omu ko frofri mu nyina yakọ na enuanom so a omu free mu no ye sere nyankopon se onfa omu krantie na sa emusuo we die nyankopon adaroma onyi free yakọ asemaye because state transport card here any amanfo ye kra brutilefo ye free brutile kodru ne ye kai be free airport aye den a wo de STC ne beko no akoto aso atikwan na ekobase ya na gidi a ye wo adwuma ni mu no ese suro ni hu ebe ni pam nti esre nya mesa se musu edi o ma bi esi ya kwan so biem na omo mu film si nya me fo mo crazy o fa ma me fancy ya na o free bi de mom Ghana fo mo ma ye remfie ho na anya sa papa ya tim didi odidi ye se o short memory no abam. Amen.
Yo, was it Ghana for your short memory, dear, your nibby, was it Ghana for young kake baby, ye free baby, ye but any baby, ye call. Was this our same papa, Yura John Dramana Mahama? Was your short memory, was super electricity, and you have to pay more. One was Abba say, one no, Ebe Samba, Abba ye electricity ye. Eh, enti, me bra. Your friend on Nana Sribu na Martin Kano. Me pacho Uncle Kizito wa ahumano so. Answer me ko Uncle Kizito. Mami sambisa sa sister Docas Bempon wa. Docas wo. Yo, ene mami ko Kizito ho. Kizito.
Ampacho mwa.
Ampacho mwa.
Hey, Docas mi tie ni pe mienu. Yo, mun koso. Mr. and Mrs. Bempon.
Pacho me
yo me pacho kasa
yo no kwasem uncle no mo ene yinua ba o ma be kasa na ese na nado bia bompa ye manpa because eniema nyankopon nam na nado so edi agu akwan mu no ye mai omo enyamobo because o hwe eniama farms ni ade a me pepa mani je farm ho pa wo mo kasa mi se Erade nanado nyame nshira papa o ma ne kwatintin na onyimi enti media ne se Mumia mompa ye mananado tankwa na onyame mana kwa chintin na MPP about more years for nana
yo
more years 4 years ne kwa de ishamame
yo
nyama ni bin kan ho
yo yeda
more years for nana
yo sister Docas yo
MPP nti NDC de mpamuchao obi anya dwenze papa no eso obesan baby
yo
papa no
yo
enti no obi anto ema nanado yo because adwempa woni tirim
yo anti no dey see her no ya da wa say ya anti Docas na moten nka no answer me call Uncle Kizito ho Uncle Kizito ya wo obi a na me hu ne call first ya friend no kujo me pacho de kujo ho de kojo me pacho wo
me wa na mo kojo dis ni
okay kojo dis me pacho bone tew ma me wa me time ne ya against me
because ejuma kaka ejuma na Josephine ejuma masem no the minister time no against you by Ghana for Mayen Kai BB you see in the year 2008 no attract a NDC for by say maybe say President Kufuor and ministers in Sika, your potential bank. I think Ghana, Sika, or those days, Ghana didn't I bear 9 billion. A year less like a year at the Chuja, I say Sika, a bumping for a year. And you know, into about in this year, PP quote is that I'm not a propaganda secretary, Pashika, or no deputy. Any amount you want to Baba Jaman and someone can say after Omobaya, Omuini power, you do call vetting committee. Who was almost saying, now, also a political talk. Meaning, say, in Ipa Bebreno, SCT on fence. What to say allegation, yes, you way. Until proven guilty, no, came to me first adding initiative to MPP for supporters are Ebia Osis to Abanunya de Openo. This is the time the former president Kufuor or say Mepese me watch my wabaya a woman say me general secretary of opposition. This is our party. Party Bakupa a Babemo, it's me more minor, economy, a MPP party. If we are seeing in a group here, a developer could do develop country, and I say a middle class country, and you one political party, it's me a grassroots, no was any programs, Kakra, na say Krono Ababini to be given. I come Malaysia to say for the area, you can say, for Gababi, a honor process.
Ethiopia.
Rwanda. Say how long and what about transfer? This is the time we need to maintain the MPP. Here just 4 years, minimum. We need more years to develop the country. Near year for the mess. NDC, all they know is create, loot, and share. And yeah, dear Bebuaye, it's Ghana for Gentle Abana, who Hanuma, the Nipa could become a more party for me. But be a Missicako will be a Mrs. MPP. 1 2 about my men framing country so piscatia.
Yo,
I'm a last one in Plateau. A car importation of savage vehicles.
Yeah.
My daily 1996 na me tonka.
Yo.
That has been my business. Me ba America over 10 years and no man na me. Me what trust and no man na me. I deal with the government when it comes to savage. It was savage ni do and the minister at Chairman think I was saying the definition of American savage, it's not the definition of what Ghana for here.
Exactly.
But you was savage in do or no more. So car no so now the car na couple to crown then you tell yourself, say, why can anybody buy such a car and think say obey me I should car no I'm an secure on the road. Are you roadworthy on the road? It's not possible. Those kind of accidents, and on a yet about a car I have flat set at me. Then Nippon cost me car. Those accidents, I don't think say we have done in Libya now being Ghana for the men you can go out the Kushobudo. I would be in the roadworthiness of the country. The Nippon numbers will be on our 2 private car for accident this year. It will cost another person.
Exactly.
And me, I'm fully support of this ban of that severe savages. You will go on my tail like a Pimtakra by a 2020 car. A bar, government, insurance company of America, I'll say, how do I fix a 2020 car and the tail like the possible 5,000? I'm writing it off. Those cars now should be allowed to come.
And they have been allowed.
Very important. They're allowed to come. That's the law. By you see, the NDC has this propaganda and say, "I'm going to town hall, a mini rally." You see a bandit savage car. That is not the case. We are now banning any savage car. You bet the used cars are grown. Car, you did grown. I come na roadway here and go so accident. Do the victim was here.
Yo, Medasepa, Menia, could you Odia buy? My mamma fa a free bosu, or free maybe another wabba late cacra, by and I was out coy, but your time no bonnet to mammy pa senior me pouch. A free all.
Medasi, no, and say, me name said me, I'm a senior, could you this, dear, Senor non soa. medana sepa
One.
yeah senior me so ya friend one my year number na pacho bebre yo mate ai wakasa one hwam na sa wo bekaya a braka so su ya ne ye program am said somewhere last week they can the same thing say cash na yen ye pesa abana boyen no ala me de cash ekofia yen so ye make sure say yen so ye boyen ni aye ho what you say
yo
ye timi nja bi enwu apan so ka bi wo ho na wo ko hu ka ye shepo di akoga na say ka no na me 2 days owu sefie what did you make no because ka na e kon wa wani tua say ekodi ewu wo Ghana na so yeswa na ye di akofie wo ka na eti kwa pai say magazine for hia ayi em say some of the African countries South Africa wontimi fasa aka ase na nko ena wo toka mona kwadwo hunu se ebeye dada eye dada ye de beko ayi what they say so am magazine ene akoye ho adwuma enti the same thing enti fitafo wo Ghana no so ye de cars mono kura kwa o mbenya adwuma ye ni enya se ka enye ka bi wo ho anemu achemienu ni aso esi ni asepo de ko Ghana eto amana mu se kim na e de accident na eba enti eno de ehu hia pa now empembebre no ya na ye mu bi no mba radio so a yesi o MPP communicators wo mo nkasa mesremo ene saade no eni ba bia biem ene wiase aye global world kwame kwajodu isi education ya ode baaye I hope say nipa aye tie no wo wiase afa na nyina no edo so che MPP communicator be kwa akotena ba bia wo beka enti mesrew information bia wo bia no emfa ho ne ba bia wo gina esansa fidie na wo kasa so no wundim nipa dodo aye tie enti se ye pese ye boa ema Ghana ko na nim se ne akufu ado pese wo ye o mandia ekwanya bi ebenya bia no emfa ho ka wanu disem na fa kire Ghana fo entena ho se MPP communicators na ema ye ho aduma because omo amu no wo mo ye say Ghana ye number 30 million na si ye jai juma no de abo enipa be 200 na 400 so a ebesi da ne yen sama kwa abonten ye nyina ye nya kwanya yen kasa ne fa information e magana for na me last one say ebribia no ye kasa ye se for more for nana to do more besre moma yen change sa campaign message no isa say nana ni mpuntu juma o ye nyina no wo yi dipa en wo du o masisi ano majority every parliament en wo du o mo ye adwuma ena in Ghana politics no bill bi a wo de beko parliament bia na president no na ni su ade huru opeso wo ye bia no obe prepare bill no de akọ parliament se ye nya MP dodo a wo mra se bedwafi a nusa na eniema kese a wo peso wo ye nyina no osi akwanfo no enye ye enti mestre ye campaign say ye manana for more years to do more no ni fanta ho say wo be need MPs e wo mra se bedwafie majority no etimi dey prepare the bills be opeso ye enti ye mo sure say MPs no a wo mo ko mra se bedwafie ko semra ana say na de policy ana bill bi kwa ye betuma pass the amano no ye make sure say ye beto abadodo no so e di ama ye MPs no so te ase
metiase pa
na ye say for more for nana to do more na ye try ye MPs na ja there is no way say nana nko abetuma ye adwuma ye peso ye maye ye tima nya ni padodo e wo mra se bedwafia ye nyina no e be ye kwa
e be ye kwa
ye constitution no kura no be bia nka ese etimi system but minim emra wo ho say wo betuma change the constitution this is who here ma part of MP any betuma pass sa law no ama say bia wo ye ku de ye nsie sie nyia ku enti ye make sure say ye betuma to abadodo no ama MPs na niema na person wo ye e de Ghana ye pia no na ni so ade hunu no atima bam enti form one for nana 4 more for MP to do more. And my madam activity.
Yo, yeah, I feel bonsu na muche was sick communication yeka and a modern world communication no. And you also be for the runa cause it that on your platform say your Facebook, say your WhatsApp, say on L can no crano na propagate the good message and I walk on yeah bra ko job about salvage vehicles ye nyina tie Minister of Trade Elanchirmantin Kokai was it that be definition of as an America definition of salvage and as an Ghana definition of salvage and I may be say for ebia munyina tie from America mutie from London mutie from Japan North Korea South Korea baby obia Germany ya paucho se echina text ye ewo radio amanado na katre se minua medamfo me wafa bide ka ko Ghana salvage title want me uncle enti ne ye onmu ikano de ye nyina eni momo a de bia omo two things yentimi nye kai free HSS yentimi nye kai national health insurance kai yentimi nye 300 basis kai plus everything yentimi nye enti omo bedane no eno ana emabeka yo na news ne buy omo say breaking news. Meanwhile, government has just made things better to take the bonds from those people and give them money. And to Yanum, the American say, this is my change party needing to National Christian Congress. Make a moment committee for one time to cry against me. I'm a part of director, ne kakapine, your wife's name one more, you know, me more be able say between 2 to 5 minutes. Mama, rat pap, that all.
Oh, Mamma, what the matter to a banner chiho. What the matter to fence in a chief?
I'm free in here now, any.
Make a surprise and a free album, a free and I am a many painting. I mean, what can be giant?
You and your Kizito bonnet to Mamma, why? Uncle Kizito bonnet to Mamma. Uncle Kizito, Mate, Yabeka's after the show, dear castle.
And I must have me a chit here.
You Kizito.
Say, oh, I say, well, you know, wow, Bearman, ocean, I won't to me. Obano na wode no koma wase se o me se say papa se me honye nti me obano pese me de ne bejaw papa se yo mate no waje ne ba na obi etwa no ho na wako hu obano no wakọwa no na ohunu se obano ho ayefe na wone na ka kwan so a na wasa akogina se obano unya na ayesa wokọwa anu wa na ya oyire obetumi akọwa se ho obetumi akọwa se ho akọka chen se obeje oyire kana joma ama ye yin obi a wankasa wo ye president na wodi Ghana akọ IMF sa wo ni policy credibility nti nana wo se obebu ama na credibility ben na wo joma hama credibility ben na wo Only credibility on a man wonder I could be a one and soon or ban or benyescan was a sat, nor the aquaco good baby. It's young country, your mamma say. I'm a munya good do. Nanado baby, I will do no. I'm going to forward ever, backwards never. Until Nanado or Conanin. Now, savage Cassia, ye can want me. I ain't church remove you. Our limitation was it 10 years. So about you. That's when your salvage car, now 5 years and now 4 years, now papa. What me the cool? But one church the more. Uncle
Free, main travel no. Na the producer cry say, ye be pe obi from that ministry. Ana obi away parliamentary no be explain because salon and a trade challenge no ya no me twist niama and so entesa enti ye obi pass or be explain salon and ye be sa because me kai pass uncle mebo me kai uncle meba uncle kizito uncle meba
was what the acquire manifest
uncle meba me kai pass e wo a different network. The treasurer, the MPP USA treasurer, what Kasa Semi Kakapikura Kasa Semi, but still, yes. It's like we have to do a lot on it. And me ye gusu ye koso
ye na me last point ni say
yes
say no say okada asem NDC for afa ni say eye asem bia wo mo kofa bai sa okada asem a wo mu yi MPP abano Minister of Transport or the delegation across some African countries acquire consultation after no be implemented na wo mako hu no and obi afi mako ka che dom NDC for no and wo mo dimrika no wo mabeka so wo ba obe legalize okada na wo ye no wo African countries no wo shia ankofo ehu na ekoso ho nti si e be introduce a emra bebam unye Ghana ni untumi yebi uni ID untumi yebi because say ye hui obi ayebi o no wa ID o no onye Ghana ni o kromfo owudi ni o manyo wo nyina ye okada nti se sa na ma no ba no implement a ebe yi sa nkofo na shime na jo mama edimrika akoka se o na okada oba obelegalize me ne nkofo edi nkomo pa enti jo mama no ono ọha no ho munya na ene okogina kumase oye no eye ni mgu asisam kra adenti na asawansi be bi wo bo nipa no tuo no owu ye no NDC no wo man ko ho Ahmed Swali den wo moka won ko kumase won kasa won office won ye bo bi tuo kun no atamre se wu hwehwe mu wo ba ye Ahmed Swali ewum
ese dun katie no krom hene wi ese dun katie no krom hene omuku no omo hwe no wura
me dey see why
yo me uncle dia see enti panelists amoka no director Nika Kapinijo wise your time na biti too much and mum boni to emame director pacho
ayo ha
director wana up my wa
yo you better tie for us ye dey message ni say Nanado Danko has come to rescue Ghanaians from the downtrodden. He has come to rescue us from things that we never thought could ever manifest itself in our political scene. Or more so, no, even in our agricultural sectors. There are a lot of things that we thought that, we are going to stay in our old times and it's going to be like that forever and ever. This is because of what PNDC and NDC had made it happen, and it had gone so bad that we did not think that it can be salvaged. And then, another down for but years free all these issues. Even to the extent that all the African countries around us, have seen the headway, have seen what NPP is doing for Ghanaians. They have seen where Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his team has taken Ghanaians to the next level. And Tinaneno Yafan as the chairman of ECOWAS. This is a groundbreaking thing that will stand the test of time. This is something that the NPP come to power 2021. We are going to hold on to the Africa, and they are going to see us as the major country that we are setting the pace for everybody else to follow us. It's 4 more for Nana, 4 more for our parliamentarians.
Director yani Teotio kakapumi yani Teotio my wa kakapi wa Teotio kakapi wa ho kakapi okay kakapi ni hojo wa so ho Jowa so ho
me po hapa
any abone Teotio my kakapi Teotio by say 1 to 2 minutes who near director here no see na pepe
director dey na so because
David kakapi minutes and minimum patcho bone Teotio ma me wa
ba ni nyina aye so ene no ya baba be kire se eba Ghana ye nkan kro eba Ghana ehwan na oka asema oyo eba Ghana ehwan ne betimi edi ye tumpon eba Ghana ehwan ene betimi aba na wati hia so eba Ghana ehwan ne beba na sika ye wo asoman no obetiche ama obibia ansa aka bi eba se Ghana abadwafo kuo ben ene di no kore koso mo doso eba se Ghana epese ye koya nim na hwan ye bekwa MPP Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Yen MPP for any demonstrate say ye ba Ghana for eda yakoma so. Enuntina ye pe obia why social intervention a yenhu ye pe obia wati poverty so a MPP ye pe obi oba odwini oni bi ehu a MPP yen no ye nkope words bi ene ne manema bi emfa mbom emedada obi abato beba so December ekakape kami ticket awie me ko
yo kakape be no to
Ghana for say yen so a ye free diaspora Ghana for no hu hia yen na ne ya saase no ye ntwa so enkwa tire ena ya san ababiom
yo
a form more for Nana to do more.
And 4 more for all the MPs, MPP MPs, 4 more for Nana, exactly. 4 more for every MPP MP. Yo, ya ni kakapena metri kan Joe wa so ho for boom. Joe ho. Yo, Joe ni ho.
Victor. Victor.
Yo. Me pato ho na ebo me dino.
Victor, kojo dis ni.
Kojo DC.
In fact, 30 seconds, 30 seconds per door.
And then tell me why.
Yeah, kasa about Savage. I have experience over 24 years in this car business thing.
Yeah.
You been your time, idea. Bet me you vote super. We should concentrate on that thing.
Kojo DC.
Have time.
Kojo DC tiepa. Kojo DC tiene America no kekape wa line no so sesi director Josephine wa line no so. Amanado so ha enti ne baby after this show be back contact why and you are taking notice of that already. Mama me call so Joe wise ni ho a mama me call Emma me pacho 2 minutes.
Oh okay, me that say me Victor. But say tie for etiase say MPP ya ban odwene Ghana ho. A Ghana eda yakoma so. Any winda so e de Ghana. So ending numre bibi owo piano o so frɛ obusuafo emo te sɛ ya kan sim bebre ni aka ya ton MPP product and service ni nyina ama you have the confidence to call your family member and plead with them say they don't have to make the mistake to forgo the development that we have been doing the last 3.5 years. We want to continue to do more for Ghanaians. So we need their vote. It's something that is dear to our heart. Businessmen, school students on scholarship in various stages. People who have an idea to go back, invest, give back to their country. The only government that can help them is MPP government. And MPP government on every ticket is pleading on Ghanaians that we need more. There's more we have discovered. To make sure Ghana is on the epitome of development in the Africa, West Africa, and every part of Sahara Africa. So we say Musa MPP na yemfa 2020 December 7th no maybe the BCBA who osono na no de siwa amaye kokrodu eshi
urado yo me am senior brother New York your friend do the slay was it Victor said your mom Victor said what Victor said JM could not give his own people water but he has given water to Achem people. Thank you. But he made some very good appeal here. He said he's actually my big brother and he listened to both MPP and NDC. He's like, we should all take it serious and MPP for him from one fee. Some of the potholes and some of the contractors that the government is actually telling them to fill. No, some of them are not doing a very good job. And we should take that forward. And was 6 again a year, we me senior brother, your friend of daughter, silly New York Bronx. One not muchin and cano. Yo, it's for and a higher radio amanado. yɛde yɛ agye besi ha no na me ma Ghana fo wa utie ye ewa Ghana emri bia utie wa Ghana, Germany, London, US ha aha ye radio amanado ye say for more for nana to do more yes aso ka kire mo one nandom no say for more for Ambrose Derry, the Minister of Interior, to continue with the good work he's doing. Oko Tumunsoa. For more for Amidi Chinia, just let him continue. Oko Bolunsa, Nelvi Oho. And in a Bianandoma, Nye Kunia, Bruce Derry, na ya ni minister, ni MP, LA ya minister. Who were yin nandon to Hamal Ala Sora, Humala Sorza, Ele Kwanandome Kwong. Konvla nezade nyuru konvla so ne ventile ku Ambrose Derry 4 more years eku Akufo-Addo 4 more years Ambrose Derry na ya Minister of Interior ude ele continue eton vela eduku atenen dome ene Ghana nebeza 4 more for Akufo-Addo, 4 more for Ambrose Derry, the Minister of Interior, to continue with the good work he's doing. Alla erwanga papana nga huwa tengana huwa chengana the security yele o dan plane re any motor eku police deme any prison officers and fire service deme o entunto vla bakparo yere and bunza Ambrose Derry in na kare utumezie vla ekro Ghana ekro nandome ne berka yaka ne de Ambrose Derry eku Ghana nebe ne berka yaka ahaya radio amanado mesi walk to about this year no 7th of December otoma Nana Akufo-Addo a na to ama NPP parliamentary candidate ewe bibia deduano miama in-law Ambrose Derry a wonandom constituency Juma Papa wa your mom no yo yedibesi ha utianka ahaya radio amanado from the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. This is Victor. Peace out.